matter if you're Republican, Independent, or Democrat, enough is enough. We are the most unaffordable state in the nation because of single-party Democrat rule led by Kathy Hochul.
There's been growing speculation Stefanik would run. She's been ramping up her criticism of Democrat Governor Hochul in recent months. Airline passengers on edge now that the FAA has started cutting the number of flights at the nation's 40 busiest airports because of the government shutdown.
The Federal Aviation Administration is reducing air traffic to maintain safety as air traffic controllers go unpaid and show signs of strain during the shutdown. Flight reductions are starting at 4% and will increase by 1% a day up to 10% next week. Airlines say they will try to minimize the impact on travelers, but the cuts could affect up to 250,000 passengers a day. Greg Clugston, Washington.
If you've been to the store lately, perhaps you've seen it. Christmas displays already taking shape even before Thanksgiving. And some economists expect shoppers to make it a green holiday for retailers.
They're expected to spend more than last year, despite economic uncertainty and rising prices. The 2025 forecast from the National Retail Federation predicts that shoppers will collectively spend over $1 trillion in November and December, an increase of 3.7% to 4.2% compared with last year. But the Federation says more Americans are growing selective and they're focused on discounts.
Correspondent Bill Alexander reporting. Looks like we're headed for a lower open this morning on Wall Street. Dow futures are down 102 points, and the NASDAQ futures are off 115 ahead of the opening bell. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/Mike.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple, to make better hearing affordable for everyone. We're proud to offer high-quality, rechargeable hearing aids starting at just $98. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Johns Hopkins research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and hear the difference today by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Typhoon Kamegi has brought fierce winds and torrential rains to Vietnam, leaving at least 5 people dead, thousands of homes damaged, before it weakened into a tropical storm. The storm moved into Cambodia later in the day. Authorities also say 3 people are missing and more than 1.6 million households lost power as recovery efforts began in hard-hit Vietnamese provinces. In the Philippines, President Marcos had declared a state of national emergency after the storm left at least 188 people dead. A candlelight vigil has been held in Louisville, Kentucky, honoring the victims of the UPS plane crash and anyone else affected by the tragedy. Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg says it's time to share the heartbreak while the grim task of finding and identifying the victims goes on. The death toll in the crash stands at 13. Townhall.com. A young Dallas Cowboys player was found dead, a suspected suicide after he evaded police.
Police in a Dallas suburb say 24-year-old Dallas Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Nealon was found dead of an apparent suicide after evading authorities in his vehicle and fleeing the scene of an accident on foot. Frisco police say Nealon didn't stop for Texas Department of Public Safety troopers in a chase that was joined by Frisco police. Authorities briefly lost sight of the vehicle during the search after Nealon fled. Officers received word that Nealon had shown suicidal indications. He was found dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound Thursday morning. I'm Gethin Coolbaugh.
Quoting an advisor to Bill Clinton back in 1992, it's the economy, stupid. Apparently that still is the case today. Following the Democrats' sweep in this week's elections, new watchword for the White House seems to be affordability. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man in this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
Feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The travel and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy Friday, everybody.
Yes, we have made it.
You hear? Made it.
The finish line is in sight. We just got to get through the rest of today.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Yeah.
And your reward? High school playoff football action tomorrow afternoon.
Yes. So here's the skinny on that. That game, of course, Roswell High's, they're on the bye.
Enjoying the bye.
Goddard, the 5th seed, are hosting the 12th seed Deming Wildcat. Deming. Mm-hmm. Sorry. It's Friday. Deming Wildcats on Saturday.
Yes.
That game will take place at 1 o'clock here on at the Wool Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
We will have that game for you on the radio right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. That's the change because we went ahead and pulled it off since there's no other games, we're going to do it right here on the talk station.
Mm-hmm.
No video. You have to get your video through NFHS. We are videoing it, just we're not allowed to stream it to our channel. We're streaming it for NFHS.
Hold on. We're filming it?
We're streaming. Yeah, we're videoing it, yeah.
We're actually sending our crew out to video it.
Yeah.
But we can't air the video that we're doing.
That's correct.
That is mind-boggling.
There's other things going on, like permissions for other things to do this.
I know.
And so
I understand that.
It's back scratching. I don't know all the details. All I know is we will have the game for you right here on the radio.
That's
106.5.
No, y'all can't eat. But why don't you come serve us?
Yeah.
We're having meatloaf.
I don't know if it's. I don't know. I just know that's what the deal is.
That is wow. Okay, nifty. Look, make sure to head over to NFHS and you can catch that action.
Well, and what they're offering is because here's the deal, and I know part of it is they're you pay like a one-time fee,
sure,
and then you see all the playoffs,
right?
And so the logic there is, well, you're gonna have to pay eventually. Because
for the later ones, yes,
and so I don't know all the all I know is that we're doing it on the radio,
okay, and
the video you'll have to purchase.
But we will have the scoreboard, I assume, with the
we'll have the audio on our stream,
yes,
so you can listen to the game on the where you normally would watch our video. It'll just have, like I said, a score bug or whatever there, yep, and the audio of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Deck and Chris Roybal, the Chris's, will be calling the game for you right here on 106.5. That would be the only difference here. So, but we will have that game for you Saturday. And then, of course, now, that being said, maybe we'll get rights next week for one of the games.
Sure.
We don't know.
Maybe that's what we're trading off for. Maybe it's like a later round buy or something.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But
I imagine, like, I can't remember, was it Platoon or what movie it was, but where the general is standing in front of the giant board with all the pieces and he's moving it with the stick. That's how Gene is negotiating playoff football video rights.
Yeah, so I don't know.
In the same pants with the giant, like the big thighs and the very tight calves.
Now you're getting back into I remember seeing it about 8-10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
This clip from this old World War II movie with Hitler complaining in the bunker. And everyone's redubbed it because it's all in German and then you subtitle it, but they all redub it. And one of the more popular ones was talking about New Mexico high school playoffs. What do you mean Artesia's always winning? It's a funny bit. think if you dig on the internet, you can find it up. It's like something like Hitler, New Mexico football, and it should pop
It always
right
makes me laugh when people will do like English, speak like to do like a translation in English, but they'll still do the accent. Like that feels more like an appropriation than it does like because just the idea that I live in Germany, I speak English, but with a thick German accent.
Right.
That's why I love the Chernobyl show so much. That HBO did.
I never sat down and watched that.
Because nobody had the same accent.
Yeah.
Like nobody did fake Russian or fake, whatever.
Talk.
They just let it ride.
I heard that was good. I just never,
it was really
sat down
well
and
done,
watched that one. I guess I got
about halfway through it.
Yeah.
I knew what happened in the end.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's a Titanic all over again.
I've seen the ending.
You know what movie to this day, I love how they dealt with that whole accent and language and all that stuff. The movie The Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
If you remember that movie, and of course the whole premise of that movie is a Russian captain is defecting to the Americans, stealing a state-of-the-art Russian submarine, and then the Russians are chasing them, the Americans try to catch them. That's the whole point of the movie.
It's the hunt.
Yeah, but the beginning of the movie, when they're in the sub there and they're all Russian, they're speaking Russian at the beginning, and they're subtitling it, and then literally right in the middle of a conversation, they just kind of switch it on to you. They do it in a way in the movie. It's just like not like, shall we talk English now? And then it's not like that bad, but it's almost like that.
Should we switch to English now?
Yeah.
Yes, but with very thick accents.
They just kind of they chose an artistic creation where they kind of just slipped like in mid conversation. They went from Russian to English on you, and kind of to make like, hey, we're just going to assume they're speaking Russian. We're going to suspend disbelief and take it to something you can actually understand. And so I kind of liked that way.
It introduced it. It's like, well, clearly they're in Russia, but now we're like. It's like moving inside of the POV of the soldier's head, so now you're hearing it in what you can understand.
But they also did, like, later on when the Americans and Russians are finally communicating, then they kept it like, well, he only speaks Russian. So they did do that. They didn't go like, oh, wait a minute, now everybody knows English.
That was sort of the thing around the time like the first season of Squid Game came out. Everybody was going, subs versus dubs. And I'm going to be honest with you. I've heard there's like legit differences between if you just put it on with subtitles. Yeah. You'll hear more. It's like reading the book versus watching the movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to just watch the movie. Because it's so funny to me because they'll put these like Americanized accents on these people to the point where I have no idea what any of the actual characters' voices sound like because they've just been dubbed over in these very American accents.
Yeah.
There's even one guy who comes up, he's like got like a real thick Southern accent.
Right.
Oh God, okay.
Well, I grew up in the era of the old Kung Fu movies that would come on at like 11 o'clock on a Saturday. Right. And if you can get through those, you can suspend disbelief on anything.
Oh, sure.
Because they literally had 3 people do all the dub over voices. And so they got ridiculous. Like your bad guys always, now you hear me. And then, of course, they had the bad dubbing. So the actor's still moving the lips while the voice is done. And you're just like, whoa.
This is one of my, that's why Kung Pao is one of my favorite movies of all time. Because they did a great job not only lampooning that, and this harkens back to when DVDs actually had value.
Right.
I have the Kung Pao DVD, and the special features are insane. You can watch the entire movie, and instead of hearing the dubbed over English, what you'll hear is what the like Steve Odin. It's mostly just like the old Chinese footage or Mandarin, so they're speaking Mandarin.
Yeah.
But his scenes and some of the other actors, they need to make their mouths look like they're speaking another language.
Right.
So they're just saying gibberish. There's one scene where Steve Odenkirk's character, he's like got this long monologue, but literally you cut to the non-translated version. He's just going peaches and cream, cabbage and crab cakes, crackers and cheese.
These are actual words.
Yeah, it's.
I think it'll be like shabalabaloodaloo.
No, they're saying like legit words, but it's like it's so that their mouths keep moving.
Right. I would offer this up, and staying in the same vein of this, and this is a thing I've learned over the last several years, is because my wife, She has the hearing aids and stuff. So we keep the subtitles on, usually on our TV all the time.
Right.
And you learn a lot of different things because if you turn it's almost like a director's cut of shows sometimes.
It's like reading a script because you get to see direction, like wind softly blowing in background.
Sometimes,
that's important for a reason. They wouldn't point that out if it
What
were.
I do like is sometimes, not all shows do it, but a lot do. Like, you know how, like they'll have the music for the show and they do, sometimes just a suspenseful music or whatever, but sometimes it'll be like a song in a show from an artist and it'll be like Bruce Springsteen's the thing playing, and you're like, whoa. That's handy because once, not all of them are common like that. I'm like, oh, that's a so-and-so song. I didn't know that. Here's another one that kind of, I guess if you want to be a cheater, I've noticed it sometimes, and I don't know, they might be fixing this because I haven't noticed it as much lately, but sometimes when you watch like game shows, you get the answer before they say it.
Yep.
Like, name that tune was running. It's like, oh, that's so-and-so. How do it says it right there.
when you're like just you're buffering and you're like is off just a little bit or whatever. Yeah. It'll start the subtitles like 2 scenes ahead. You're like, wait, stop, hold on.
It's like, this ain't right. They're getting the answers before. It's like, man, if you're hard of hearing, you're like Nostradamus on this show.
I'll tell you, I'll give you a great example of what you were just talking about, learning, the music in the subtitles.
Yeah.
So there was a season of the show Community where a song, and it's actually happened, I think, over the course of several seasons, but a song keeps coming up and it's played on the radio a lot. And then, or like, at one point, Donald Glover's character, Troy, he was like humming it. He's like, but the song, and it says in the subtitles, Daybreak begins playing. It's a song called Daybreak by a guy named Michael Higgins.
And you're like, oh, that's what that is. The song. Yeah, I've had a few of those moments in watching the TV thing and doing that. Because, so that there is an advantage. The only time I get a little salty is sports.
Yeah.
Because, boy, now it's moved here. But
it's always behind.
It's not even that it's the content of the audio. Yeah, live is awful. Like, trying to watch the news with the subtitles is because it's like a story behind. You're like, I'm sorry, they're a story ahead. I'm still reading on the other story.
What they'll do is they'll like tighten it with like slang words. Like instead they'll say are not and they'll just be like aren't.
Yeah.
Just to be like just tighten up whatever they can. Or they'll summarize like dude's talking about a murder.
Or when you get like proper names that, especially around here where they're Hispanic or something in the nature, and be like, I don't know how to spell that. They're just like whoever's in charge of the whatever that is. You could say, I almost wonder if you could see it like they're trying to spell it Albuquerque, then they dot.
That's the Naked Gun trope, or Police Academy, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
They did that again in Angie Tribeca.
Did they?
Yeah, they did that a lot in that. They're like, it was like police precinct. It was like headquarters. And they backed that up. They're like Anne's house.
Yeah. We all were raised on the Porky Pig generation. That's just how it is.
There you go.
I think our guest is here.
I believe it.
Very good. So. Very good. All right, let me give you the rundown for today's show. We do have a full slate for you. Here in just a few minutes, James Edwards is going to join us in studio. Of course, many folks know him, school board, maybe down at ENMUR. We're going to talk some upcoming Veterans Day events here coming up here, so we'll talk that with James. In the 8 o'clock hour, about 8:15, we're going to play an interview we had with Carol Wynn. She's with the New Mexico State Police, and she's a recruiter. And of course, New Mexico State Police are looking for new troopers to be a part of the state police. They do have a informational event coming up in December, but we have a great conversation with Carol just talking about what it takes to be a New Mexico State police officer. And then in the 9 o'clock hour, about 9:15, Barbara Gomez of Main Street Roswell will join us and give us an update what's happening with Main Street. Of course, we're getting into the holiday season, so we'll probably have a lot to talk about there with Barbara. Plus, we'll have all of your newses of the local and national variety, Wall Street business updates, and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. Before we do any of that, let's take a gander at your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a little bit of a cool down on the way by Sunday. Pretty mild today, mid to upper 70s and sunny. Overnight looks clear, low to mid 40s, and then upper 70s and low 80s, breezy and sunny on Saturday. Quick cold front moving in on Saturday night. No rain with that, but it will cool us off for Sunday. We'll be getting sunshine, highs around 60. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 51 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 35% with winds out of the north at 7 miles per hour. Today, looking nice, a little cooler than what you've been enjoying all week. You know, we've been kind of in those 80s. Mid-70s for a high today. Sunny and 74. Winds will be out of the north 5 to 10 miles per hour. At some point, they're shifting to the south, those winds. Tonight, clear skies, overnight low of 43 degrees, southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, warming up near 80, 79 officially under sunny skies, north winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. So weather should be just fine and dandy if you're going to be out at the Wool Bowl tomorrow afternoon. Saturday night, mostly or for Veterans Day tomorrow morning. Don't forget, that is tomorrow morning, beginning at 8:30 on the Chaves County Courthouse lawn. In the morning, might want a light jacket, but by game time at 1, it should be good and warm then. Saturday night, mostly clear, overnight low of 37, northeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday, we're going to see a cool down. We're going to drop into the upper 50s, sunny 58 for a high. Winds will be out of the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Skies will be clear Sunday night. Expect an overnight low of 33 degrees. Woo! 33. Right there near freezing. Might even see some freezing. 33. It's going to dip below that some places, methinks. Monday of next week, looking at sunny and 65. Veterans Day on Tuesday, sunny, back up near 80. And then looks like we'll be in the upper 70s for Wednesday, Thursday of next week there. So, but yeah, a bit of a cool down here for Sunday and looks like Monday, and then warming back up by Tuesday next week. All right, it is 22 minutes after 7 o'clock. We're going to take a 3-minute commercial break, and then James Edwards will join us on the other side of the break talking about some Veterans Day events coming up here over the next several days. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
There's nothing more magical than 80,000 cubic feet of hot air flying overhead. Join us in Artesia, New Mexico for the 42nd Annual Balloons and Tunes Festival, November 7th through the 9th. Friday kicks off with fun flights from local schools. Then Saturday and Sunday mornings, watch the skies fill with color as hot air balloons launch at dawn from Eagle Draw Park. Stick around for inflatable costume races, bounce houses, and even remote control balloons. Food and coffee trucks will keep you fueled for the fun. Saturday night, 5th and Texas comes alive at the Artesia Arts Council's Balloons, Bands, and Brews. With food trucks, local New Mexico brews, live music, and the Artesia High School Marching Band performing alongside balloon pilots in a fiery concert you won't forget. Admission is free, with only $10 entry into the beer garden. Plan your weekend getaway to Artesia, November 7th through the 9th for the Balloons and Tunes Festival. For more information, give us a call at 575-746-2744 or visit artesiachamber.com. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
All right, Mr. Gobbles, it's that time of year again. Got any last requests? What? You want a smoking deal on a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle? Mucho dinero for your trade? And your credit pardon? Well, you're going to have to go to Roswell Ford.
Hey, Roswell Ford is talking real turkey with our most aggressive offers in more than 5 years. Right now, get massive savings on new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles with 0% financing and no payments till February 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, worried that your credit is a little foul? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
0 APR for 48 months is $28.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from later sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Temperatures are falling, and Fulkerson wants to get you ready for the seasons ahead with the Right Fit membership program. For as little as $15 per month or $199 a year, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual HVAC maintenance, as well as reduced dispatch fees, even in the middle of the night. Plus, a 15% discount on all services provided by Fulkerson, as well as preferred scheduling. Be ready for the seasons ahead. Become a Right Fit member with Fulkerson today. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas.
Pecos Valley Broadcasting has immediate entry and experience level and radio and live stream video sales executive positions open in Artesia and Carlsbad. You'll work with our amazing team to build and maintain accounts and dive into advertising and marketing promotions. Experience in sales is preferred and bilingual opportunities are available. Base guarantee plus bonuses and commissions. Apply now. Email your details or resume to hireme@pvbcradio.com. Take your career to the next level with Pecos Valley Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. The first toilet being flushed in a motion picture was in the movie Psycho. Mike thought it was Gone with the Wind. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 25 minutes after 7 o'clock, and joining us in the studio this morning, some may know, well, most may know him as school board member James Edwards. Some may know him as James Edwards from ENMR, but regardless, we got the same guy. James Edwards joining us in studio this morning. Morning, James.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Doing great. Veteran James Edwards, too. I'll throw that in there as well. But, of course, you're always busy around with school and obviously with school board with, your work at ENMR and everything. And but you also have, as a veteran, special place for that, too. And this time of year, I know you're pretty busy with various school and outside of school veteran assemblies and veteran related events here. And so with the Veterans Day holiday around the corner, there is a whole bevy of activities and events that we want to get veterans and the community to participate in, be a part of.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. So, where do you want to start here? We got so many. Do you want to start with some the one at Eastern, or we want to start at Mountain View, or some of these other? Right. I'll let you kind of spin the wheel here.
Right. We'll start off with the Eastern Veterans Day.
Okay.
We're inviting all to come out to celebrate Veterans Day, and that's on Veterans Day, November 11th, and that's going to be at Eastern New Mexico University, Roswell, in the ITC Commons.
Yeah.
From 11 to 1, and our guest speaker will be Cisco Brink.
Okay.
And then we've got the New Mexico Military Institute, which brought back their college program. They're called the Centurions.
Okay.
And they'll be performing. They're getting ready to go to nationals. So when I called them, it was kind of ironic. The Goss team was already booked.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the Centurions there under the being guided by Sergeant First Class Gomez over at the Institute.
Uh-huh.
And we're also having some resources that are going to be available to veterans on that day. Contacted Santa Fe, and they've planned to have a table or two there so veterans can get the tax credits, and
sure,
the fishing licenses, and give them some information on what's out there for them, because a lot of vets don't know a lot of the resources that are out there.
There's obviously. Veterans, there's a lot of benefits but there is a lot of ones that aren't as well advertised or publicized, and so you get to kind of learn about those. Like, oh yeah, by the way, did you know you get a discount on, if you buy a national parks package or something like that? And I would imagine too, if there might be some folks that come by, with the government shutdown and everything, and a lot of especially probably veteran resources and things are on hold right now. So people looking for some resources there, I'm sure there's some folks that'll be able to kind of give them some answers in that department too, a little bit.
Yes, sir. And so we're going to be recognizing student, staff, and community members, and all are invited to show up. And even if you're not a vet, please come to recognize these vets at all three of these events.
Mm-hmm.
Then, and on the 10th, Roswell Heights is going to be having their school's annual Veteran Day celebration.
Yeah, they do a real cool one too.
Right, and that.
Obviously, Goddard had theirs yesterday, and I hope everyone that got a chance to go to Goddard's, they blow it out of the park every single time.
It was very nice.
Yeah, very moving. They honor. They had a 99-year-old
yes.
World War II vet. Yeah,
I showed up over there, and I saw this gentleman, and I was like, asked this lady, I said, hey, how young is this young guy right here?
Yeah.
And she went in and asked him, and he's 99.
Yeah.
He'll be turning 100 years old in February.
Wow. That's amazing.
And it's interesting when you get out in the community and you get to meet people. There's a vet that's also 98. He's getting ready to turn 99 also in February.
Spring chicken.
Right. And I was over at his house yesterday and giving him an invitation. But at Roswell High, they're going to have their Veterans Day celebration on Monday, November the 10th from 11. It says from 11 to 12.
Yeah, and I think from sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there, but what they're doing in the morning is they're having with the students, they're having vets in the classroom, and I know like some of our American Legion guys are going to be over there on Monday and kind of spending time in the classroom, and then like at the 11 to 2 is going to have their lunch assembly and everything, and you can come eat with the vets and come eat with the students, and then they'll honor our vets.
And you can get you some enchiladas, beans, and rice.
Yeah.
So we're working on getting that finished up. That's going to be the first one on November the 10th.
Good deal. Please come out.
Yes, please show up.
Yeah.
You know, and celebrate our vets. The third one is going to be at Mountain View Middle School, and that's going to be a Veterans Day celebration honoring those who served, and it's going to be at Mountain View Middle School. Again, the Centurions will be at all of these places, and that's at Mountain View Middle School, located at 312 East Mountain View Road, and that's November the 14th at 11 a.m., Friday, November the 14th, which is the next Friday.
Yeah, so they're catching everybody after the Veterans Day
after that
holiday,
one.
yeah.
And so
they do it up pretty big, too, at Mountain View there every year. They kind of have a tradition of going all out for their veteran celebrations and as well, too.
And so with that, they're going to have they're going to have an assembly in the big gym to recognize the vets that show up. Then they're going to take the vets to the cafeteria, and that's going to be the Thanksgiving dinner for the schools during that time, which you know, Roswell High, not Roswell High, but the school district does a great Thanksgiving dinner.
They do.
And that's a tradition. So
they kind of combined it into one big event.
Right.
Cool.
And so they'll have the vets there, and then they'll have lunch, and then the students will, it's like have a lunch with a veteran. And you know, a lot of times when we talk about Veterans Day, people tend to forget that it's a historical moment. You know, it's just like Memorial Day, the 4th of July. And, you know, a lot of people think that freedom is free, and it's not. And people have gone and served their country to protect those freedoms. So it's real important that we educate our kids, because I think we do a good job, but we could do a great job by educating these kids on the history of Veterans Day, Memorial Day, and what vets are, what vets represent in the community.
And this is always the reason why I kind of look at this as, you know, Veterans Day is a day we honor our veterans, and I love that, you know, we as a nation do put a lot of effort into making that, a special day. I always like to remind veterans, because you will know this as well as I do, veterans are not always the most, they're not going to seek recognition. They're not, you know, they kind of just keep their head down, do their thing, and everybody's quiet, everything's working there. Usually, I'm good.
Yes.
So they're less apt to want to come out and do things like this. And so I kind of want to, you know, tell veterans like, hey, this is kind of part of the mission. And this is, and not so much, yes, I get it. You're bashful. I didn't do this for the attaboys and all that stuff. And I get that. I understand that mindset. However, you are the inspiration for the next generation to step up into your shoes. We need young people to see veterans in this kind of light, seeing that they are pillars of the community, people that are here to move forward what this country represents. And we need the young generation to be motivated to step into those shoes and hopefully not, but possibly ask them to do the things that you and some of your friends had to do. And that's the whole point of this, is to ensure the next generation has what you have and what your kids have. We need for you to come and eat dinner and talk with these young folks and be recognized. Right. I know it sounds weird, but it is key to making sure the next generation is doing what you had to do and what your generation before you had to do. And that's what it's about.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And so that's why I know that's very, oh man, but really that's what it's about. So if you do have time I get it, you don't have time to go to every single one of these, but hey, if you got maybe grandkids or some in Mountain View or Roswell High, then make a point to be at that one. Or if you don't have kids, come out to NMR or come to, any of them. Come out and be a part. Certainly with NMR's event, if you're looking for resources or looking for things to help you out personally in life, please come. Let's see what we can do to get you in touch with the right people to help you, whether it's just simple stuff or more things like tapping into more of your veteran benefits and things like that. But and please take advantage of those. You've earned them. They're there for you. I know what you put up with. I was there too. You earned it.
Right. And I think the reason that I stay involved with these Veterans Days is because, like I said before, it's all about these kids,
mm-hmm.
and we need to educate our kids on, service. I don't care what branch of military you go into, look into it.
Absolutely.
You don't know what you don't know until you look. And, I've always been about kids, and anytime a kid comes to me over at Roswell High or even out in the Little League, you'd be amazed at how these kids' eyes brighten up. Hey, there's a guy in a uniform.
Yeah.
Might not be a football uniform or a basketball uniform or baseball, but their eyes brighten up
mm-hmm.
when, God, are you in the Army? Are you
Sure.
in the Marines? Are you in the Air Force? Are you in the Navy? And
you look like a person of respect and someone that is good in society, or people look up to in society.
And one thing I'll say is our recruiters do a great job here in Roswell.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've had the pleasure of meeting just about every one of the recruiters, and they've never turned a kid away, and that's one of the things that I respect, and they're veterans.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's I was just thinking, while we were talking here, and we're probably about 10, 15 years away, but we're going to be doing these veterans assemblies, and you're going to have your first Space Force veterans.
Yes. Yes.
Can you imagine? That's going to be interesting. And you know what? It could be someone right here in Roswell. Some of you, young 20-something right now listening, you might be the first Space Force veterans out there,
we had a young lady that came back to Roswell. She finished up her basic and her training with the Navy.
Yeah.
And she came over to Roswell High, and she came by and visited with
mm-hmm.
me just to see her eyes from when she graduated, because
mm-hmm.
I gave her diploma.
Yeah.
But to her graduation with the Navy,
mm-hmm.
you see where the growth in this young lady. And
sure.
She came by every day to Roswell High in her Navy uniform, and she went back on the 21st of October. But it was just
the transformation.
Oh God, it was enormous to me. I was like, wow, this kid has grown up so much.
I'm not saying every child can benefit from military, but a lot sure could. I'm just saying, I get it. Military is not for everybody,
right?
And it's because it's hard. And let's face it, you're a lot of, but people, I know a lot of people, myself included, that became adults because they joined the United States military.
Right. And there's so many opportunities. There's so many career opportunities.
Yeah.
When you look at the different branches,
mm-hmm.
because they offer different things,
absolutely.
different jobs, so
different skill sets, different, and now we veterans will make fun of each other's branch. We're allowed to, but at the end of the day, regardless, whether if you're a Marine or Army or Navy or Air Force or Space Force or Coast Guard or reservist or guard, whatever it is, there are many great opportunities and it's just what your interests lie and what you're into. If you're more into, I'm just saying, if you're more into technology and things, maybe, all the branches offer that, but obviously Space Force, Air Force, Navy, they lean heavier into, robots and drones and things that
technology.
But if you are boots on the ground stuff, then Army, Marines, and Navy too, don't get me wrong, and Air Force, actually, they all do, just not as much opportunities. Air Force has special forces, believe it or not. I know they're not very common, but they do exist.
Located right down the road over in Clovis.
That's right. But anyway, that definitely, and that's talk to these recruiters and that take that path, because well, y'all see the world like I see the world. We will, at any given time, put it this way: every generation of parents have a fear their kids are going to go off to war. That's not going to change, and so we need people to step up to those roles. So,
yes, sir.
Is there anything else, James, we wanted to make sure we covered? Speaking of, I know this one's a little hard. I think they're full, but I know on actual Veterans Day, I know NMMI does their annual Veterans Breakfast. I believe that's full. Is it? Yeah, I think all the you can call them and ask, but I think they're full, but I don't know. I heard that last night they were. So, and then please check in with and I know check in with 211 too. They got their Together with Veterans. They're going to have a Thanksgiving meal. They just raised enough money. It's a mix with veterans and the Health Council, and they're doing they meet and really discuss veterans issues, but they're organizing a big Thanksgiving where they're going to be feeding everybody and just doing everything Thanksgiving Day. So that's another thing to look into. Call 211, the Chaves County Health the information line. You can call that not 24/7, but during normal people hours, and they'll be happy to answer any of those questions or anything like that too. So, James, appreciate everything you do and your involvement in the community. And of course, if when James is not out at the university doing what he do, he's serving on the school board, and so folks have those questions, don't hesitate to reach out. James always is willing and loving to talk with people and getting their feedback on things. So,
and thank you for allowing me to come on your show.
Anytime, and anything else we can do, and anything else that pops up, let us know. Appreciate it. Yeah.
I just thought of one thing. I'm also involved with the Roswell Youth Football League.
Oh, yeah. And we almost forgot the thing we wanted to talk about.
And we're going to be having starting our playoffs this Saturday, Tuesday, and next Saturday will be our Super Bowl. And if you have any time, just go out and support these young kids that are the future for Goddard High School, as well as Roswell High School.
Yeah, you'll see some future Coyote and Rocket stars, on that field out there. But it's a lot of fun, and you just see these kids and learning the football, because there's so much more being taught on that field. And I mean, they're learning football and they're learning, but this is good stuff. These kids are learning teamwork skills. They're learning adversity. They're learning all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And so this is making better adults.
Yes, sir.
So come out there and cheer on their victories and celebrations too.
Okay.
James, as always, appreciate the visit, and anything else we can do, let us know, and try not to work too hard. I know you're going about 10 different directions like I do. So
yes, sir, and thank you.
Thank you. We'll see you next time.
And have a good day.
You do the same. It is 7:43. Let's pause for news, your Kim Commando update, some weather, and sports. Don't go away.
With your Pecos Valley news updates, I'm Jared Cirillo. Hot air balloons, live music, stand-up comedy, inflatable races, and lots more going on. This weekend's schedule absolutely packed in Artesia. Tonight's entertainment includes stand-up comedy inside the OPAC and Bulldogs on Review at Estelle Yates Auditorium. Then Saturday, the hot air balloon launch at Eagle Draw Park, but you got to get up early and be there by 6 a.m. Inflatable bouncy houses will also be there. The oil patch market runs from 1 to 4, and there will also be evening hot air balloons on Saturday. Roswell police have arrested a man claiming he drunkenly fired off gunshots in the 1500 block of West 3rd Street on Thursday. A woman had fled to a neighbor's home claiming 44-year-old Michael Lorenka had assaulted her. As police arrived, Lorenka refused to come out of the house, but he was eventually arrested for aggravated assault on a household member. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Almost 2 years ago, in February of 2024, I began warning that every family needs a code word. That was back when the first deepfake phone calls from alleged family members began. They were rare then, but they happened. People lost thousands. Today, the deepfake phone scam is a multi-million-dollar industry, which is why you need a family code word. I'm Kim Commando for LinkedIn. Post a job for free. Find qualified candidates quickly at linkedin.com/Kim. Here's how the scam works. You receive a call from someone who sounds just like your grandson, daughter, or anyone else close to you. They need money now. In reality, the scammers use cheap software that can mimic any voice. But where do they get the voice samples to begin with? Easy. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. The call will be completely convincing. So this weekend, choose a family code word that's easy to remember, but something only you and your closest loved ones know. Join almost 1 million folks who get tech ahead with my free newsletter every day. Sign up at getkim.com. As a small business owner, you don't have the luxury of clocking out early. Your business is on your mind 24/7. So when you're hiring, you need a partner that grinds just as hard as you do. That hiring partner is LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn makes it easy to post your job for free, share it with your network, and get qualified candidates that you can manage all in one place. Their new feature can help you write job descriptions and then quickly get your job in front of the right people. Either post your job for free or pay to promote. Promoted jobs get 3 times more qualified applicants. At the end of the day, the most important thing to your small business is the quality of candidates. And with LinkedIn, you can feel confident that you're getting the best. Find out why more than 2.5 million small businesses use LinkedIn for hiring today. Find your next great hire on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Kim. That's linkedin.com/Kim to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Do it today. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Kim.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a little bit of a cool down on the way by Sunday. Pretty mild today, mid to upper 70s and sunny. Overnight looks clear, low to mid 40s, and then upper 70s and low 80s, breezy and sunny on Saturday. Quick cold front moving in on Saturday night. No rain with that, but it will cool us off for Sunday. We'll be getting sunshine, highs around 60. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
It's time for the Chavez County Sports Report. A lot of derision was aimed at the direction of the New Mexico Activities Association when the playoff brackets were announced for football in Class 5A, when 1-9 Deming was given the 12th seed. Well, one group of people that's not going to overlook the Wildcats will be the Goddard Rockets. The 5th seed Rockets will host the Wildcats Saturday at 1 o'clock. The reason? They've played before, and Goddard only won by 1 touchdown. That was 40-33 back on October the 3rd. Also in playoff action this weekend, it's NMMI, the 5th seed in Class 5A, hosting number 12 Wingate. That starts Saturday at noon. And Gateway Christian playing at Tatum tonight at 7 o'clock in 8-man football. Gateway, the 6th seed, Tatum, the 3rd seed. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. America's busiest airports, including those in New York, Los Angeles, Dallas, and Chicago, are set to face hundreds of flight cuts starting today due to the government shutdown. President Trump has warned that the United States will be rendered defenseless and possibly reduced to almost third world status if the U.S. Supreme Court strikes down the tariffs he imposed this year on nearly every country. The average rate on a 30-year U.S. mortgage ticked up for the first time in 5 weeks after falling to its lowest level in more than a year last week. The average long-term mortgage rate moved up to 6.22% from 6.17%. American shoppers are expected to spend more during this holiday shopping season than last year, despite economic uncertainty and rising prices. The 2025 forecast from the National Retail Federation on Thursday predicts that the shoppers will collectively spend over $1 trillion in November and December. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
If you want to install a new roof, you can do it the cheap way or you can do it the right way. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and one of our customers recently found this out the hard way. He was going to hire us to re-roof his roof, but he found someone to do the job for $2,000 cheaper. Half a year later, this customer called us to re-inspect his brand new roof. Turns out this contractor was not a contractor at all. He had no license and no insurance. The roof was installed incorrectly and never had been passed by the city inspector. We had to re-roof his brand new roof. Tear off the shingles and start from scratch. It was the most expensive $2,000 anyone has ever saved. If you need a roof installed the right way, you can trust who your neighbors trust. You can trust Trustmark Roofing for no obligation to the penny quote on your roof transformation. Call 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Experience Still Waters with Leanna Crawford, the Still Waters Tour.
He leads me by still waters till my fears are gone.
With special guest Kay Thompson, Saturday, November 15th at Waymaker Church in Roswell. Get tickets now at leannacrawford.com with VIP package available or at the door. Get your tickets now for the Still Waters Tour featuring Leanna Crawford, Saturday, November 15th at Waymaker Church, 202 South Sunset in Roswell. This is an all-ages event.
All right, Mr. Gobbles, it's that time of year again. Got any last requests? What? You want a smoking deal on a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle? Mucho dinero for your trade and your credit pardon? Well, you're going to have to go to Roswell Ford.
Hey, Roswell. Roswell Ford is talking real turkey with our most aggressive offers in more than 5 years. Right now, get massive savings on new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles with 0% financing and no payments till February 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth. Worried that your credit is a little foul? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
0 APR for 48 months is $28.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from later sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
There's nothing more magical than 80,000 cubic feet of hot air flying overhead. Join us in Artesia, New Mexico for the 42nd annual Balloons and Tunes Festival, November 7th through the 9th. Friday kicks off with fun flights from local schools. Then Saturday and Sunday mornings, watch the skies fill with color as hot air balloons launch at dawn from Eagle Draw Park. Stick around for inflatable costume races, bounce houses, and even remote control balloons. Food and coffee trucks will keep you fueled for the fun. Saturday night, 5th and Texas comes alive at the Artesia Arts Council's Balloons, Bands, and Brews. With food trucks, local New Mexico brews, live music, and the Artesia High School Marching Band performing alongside balloon pilots in a fiery concert you won't forget. Admission is free, with only $10 entry into the beer garden. Plan your weekend getaway to Artesia, November 7th through the 9th for the Balloons and Tunes Festival. For more information, give us a call at 575-746-2744 or visit artesiachamber.com. Paid for by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Bush Appliance presents Adventures with Spinal Tap.
So do you play? I mean, do you actually use all of these Whirlpool washers and dryers?
Well, I mean, I play them or use them. I cherish them, really.
Mm-hmm.
This Whirlpool dryer right here, this one is top of the heat. No question about it. Look at the flames on that one.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
okay.
it's quite unbelievable, really. This one is just perfect right here. Listen.
Well, now, when you say perfect, I mean...
Listen.
I don't hear anything.
Just listen to it, mate.
I'm not hearing anything.
Well, I mean, you would if it were broken. You'd be hearing it go, gitchy, 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 gitchy. And you could go have a bite and still be going. Gitchy, gitchy, gitchy.
This has been Adventures in Spinal Tap, brought to you by Bush Appliance. Who are you going to call? Bush Appliance in Roswell. Stop by 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell or call 575-622-6390. We could be at 110 West Country Club Road, but our address goes to 11.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Have you ever been to an escape room? Generally, there's a set of clues that you have to follow to find the prize to get out of the room. It's a mystery that has to be solved. Many things are learned along the way, but in the very best versions, you don't know the answer to the mystery until you find all the clues and find the prize. The Apostle Paul writes to the young Christians in Colossae about a mystery. What's great about this mystery is that you don't have to wait until the end of the story to know the answer. The Israelites were given hints or shadows of the mystery, but they didn't know the full story. Paul reminds them that the answer to the mystery is Christ in them. When Jesus came to this earth and died on the cross for our sins and rose 3 days later, he made known the mystery that has been taught from the beginning of time. Do you feel like you're missing something in your life and you don't know about this great mystery of Christ? Then we encourage you to join us and learn what's missing.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Elephants use these skin folds on their bodies to crush mosquitoes. Mike Winters uses his to hide M&Ms. Here's Mike Winters.
Hey, good morning. It is closing in on 7:55. Stay tuned next hour, here about 8:15 or so. We're going to play our interview. I actually had it yesterday with Carolyn Wynn. She is with the New Mexico State Police. She's on the recruitment side. And, of course, New Mexico State Police statewide are looking for new members to be a part of it. And so they're doing a recruitment campaign. And I know they're having an event coming up in December at the New Mexico State Police headquarters here in town. But we just really talk about, the qualifications for New Mexico State Police, kind of the lifestyle as a state police officer, options. Because I talked with her a little about, my time in the military. I'm kind of familiar. Where state police is a little bit different in terms of city or county police, because city or county police, hey, you got your city of jurisdiction. You're going to be working in the city of Roswell. You're going to be working in Chavez County. You're going to be, you kind of know. Where New Mexico State Police is more, like our U.S. Armed Forces is, where you may be at a different part of the state, much like you join the military. They may station you in Europe, or they may station you in the Middle East, or here in the United States somewhere. You don't really know. So I kind of, have her explain how that process works for state police, and and they really have a new program where you get to be where you want to be, and so they're kind of changing some of that stuff. So we talk all about that with Carol, and so we'll play that interview for you next hour. Like we said, we got all these Veterans Day celebrations. Please, if you can get involved, please do so. I also want to throw this out here too. A couple things our American Legion Post is working on. Wreaths Across America. We're right in the middle of that campaign right now. Good news is I think we had a benefactor that's going to donate a whole bunch of wreaths for us, like enough to maybe cover one of our cemeteries. That being said, we're still, please, even though we're getting a lot of wreaths, which is awesome, and we want to. There's a person that we really want to thank, and I can't say names or not this time because I don't know the name, but I don't know if they want to necessarily be known that way. So I want to respect those wishes as well too. But thankfully, it looks like we're going to have a benefactor that's going to donate a bunch of the cost to cover a bunch of wreaths. But if you would like to donate a wreath for Wreath Across America, or have one to honor a loved one for you, and what this work, please go to our American Legion website, roswelllegion.org, and there's a link for Wreaths Across America. It's a national organization that deals with for veterans, and the veterans make the wreaths, and it creates this program and everything for it. Thank you. That talks about it. But and then the money raised from it goes back to helping vets and vet services, scholarships for veterans' families, things like that. But and they lay a wreath at the grave of every veteran. That's the goal here in town, and it looks like we're going to have enough to have at least memory lawn covered, but we want to keep continuing so we can spread to more veterans outside of that cemetery here. So please go to roswelllegion.org and then click on the link there, and it's all independent through their deal, and you can read more about Wreaths Across America if you want more information and the great work that they do. The other thing is the Stand Down event that is happening here November 14th next week. This is with Many Hands, 100% Chavez County. Our Chavez County veterans or groups here, Food Not Bombs, they're all putting this together, and it's really cool. On November 14th here in Pioneer Plaza from 11 to 2, they're going to be offering a cornucopia of stuff for Giving Hope for Thanksgiving. If you need documents or for IDs, medical screenings, medical enrollment, Narcan training and distribution, veteran services, flu shots, wound care, case managers to help if you've got some case stuff like that, behavioral health screenings. Plus, they're offering hot meals, hygiene kits, and winter supplies as well too for warmth, coats, clothing, things like that. If you please, we'd ask for folks that are in need of these services, please reach out and come out from 11 to 2. Also, they are accepting donations in terms of money, food, services, all kinds of stuff too. Please reach out. You can call. The simplest way I could tell you to get a hold of stuff is call 211. Call the Chaves County Health Council's information line. Reach out there. Say, hey, I just heard about the Stand Down Giving Hope for Thanksgiving event. What can I do to help? And they'll be absolutely able to tell you what kind of stuff they need. But please mark it on your calendars. Make plans to attend, especially if you are in need of these services. 11 to 2 next week, November 14th, here right downtown in Pioneer Plaza. Come on out and be a part. It is 8 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, KEND, Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side of news. Don't go away.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. They say they're nervous, dreading what may come next. Anxious flyers at the country's busiest airports. The FAA is cutting the number of daily flights by 4,000 in order to give those people up in the tower a break.
Flight reductions are being imposed to relieve pressure on air traffic controllers who are working without pay during the government shutdown and have been increasingly calling off work. Airports in New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago are among 40 of the busiest where flights are being cut.
White House correspondent Greg Clugston. There are hints of a deal in the works to end the government shutdown now in day 38. But after being involved in a meeting with Senate Majority Leader John Thune, Senator John Kennedy says he is more confused than ever.
We're going to have some kind of vote on a bill package, approach bill package. It'll be a CR to open up government until a date that they're apparently still debating. If they know, if Senator Thune knows, he didn't tell us.
Ending months of speculation, Republican Congresswoman Elise Stefanik has announced she is running for governor of New York State. Last month turned out to be a big month for layoffs.
U.S.-based employers cut more than 150,000 jobs in October, marking the biggest reduction for the month in more than 20 years. A report by Challenger Gray and Christmas said on Thursday, as industries adopt AI-driven changes and intensify cost cuts. Tech firms led the job cuts in the private sector, followed by retailers and the services sector.
That's correspondent Bill Alexander. 13 dead, 9 still missing following the cargo jet crash this week in Louisville, Kentucky. On Wall Street, the Dow is down 132 points, the Nasdaq off 280 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Hey, it's Mike Gallagher, host of The Mike Gallagher Show. I don't mess around when it comes to saving your money. Right now, rates have dropped to the lowest level in over a year and a half.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
Dead, thousands of homes damaged before it weakened into a tropical storm. The BBC's Jonathan Head surveys the damage.
What we can see, a lot of roofs have been blown off, a lot of trees are down. People were well prepared. They've taken shelter in solid buildings. Even some of those buildings you saw in some high rises, large glass walls literally buckling from the winds. So it was a frightening night, but it doesn't appear to have been anything like as damaging as it was when Kalmaki hit the Philippines earlier this week. At the moment, we're hearing of maybe 5 people killed in total.
The Rapid Support Forces, paramilitary group that's been at war with the Sudanese military for more than 2 years, says it has now agreed to a humanitarian truce, a truce proposed by U.S.-led mediators. News and analysis at townhall.com. Yet another reason to admire the truly exceptional character of our nation's 16th president.
A job reference letter in 1861 from Abraham Lincoln on behalf of a young black friend provides a glimpse of an extraordinary relationship the two had. Private collector Peter Tuete has donated the letter to the Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library and Museum in Springfield, Illinois. Lincoln wanted to find a new post for William Johnson because black White House staffers with lighter skin had shunned him. Johnson was later hired at the Treasury Department. Jason Walker reporting.
OpenAI is facing a total of 7 lawsuits claiming that ChatGPT drove people to suicide and harmful delusions even when they had no prior mental health issues. Suits filed in California. More on these stories. Townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm, I'm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar, the cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The Javelin, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2. The deuce. Of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday.
Yes.
Welcome to it. Hope your Friday's going well.
Feels good. Feels real good.
Weather's nice.
Very nice, yes.
Weather today's going to be decent.
Not even super crisp this morning. It was downright bearable.
Matter of factly, according to the National Weather Service, it's 51 degrees right now.
Ooh.
8:06 in the a.m.
You spoil me, National Weather Service.
And highs today, mid-70s. And then Sunday, though, and Monday, a little different. 58 on Saturday or Sunday. Yeah, we're pushing 80 tomorrow. 79 tomorrow. And then we 58 Sunday, which is a swing. And then I think we're like mid-60s Monday, and then pushing 80 again by Veterans Day Tuesday. So, welcome to the New Mexico roller coaster. Right. Keep all arms and hands and vehicles in the or all arms and hands in the vehicle at all times,
and keep your eyes on the broomweed
and enjoy your ride.
That's right. We need to address the big mustard in the room.
Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about this last hour. So my shirt came in.
Yeah, your Towson women's rugby shirt.
I'm a player. No, yeah. My sister is on the team.
Nice.
And it was back in August or September. I had the team was doing the fundraiser, and hey, order the shirts and you can get the hoodies and all that. You know me, long sleeve tees. So I said, yeah, that's what I'm getting.
They've got long sleeve tees. I'm in.
And so it came in the mail yesterday. So I was like, oh, so I put it on Facebook and tagged my sisters.
Yeah.
And, hey, look what showed up.
Nice.
I kind of forgot about it, to be honest. I had forgotten, and then I got home and Kim had left a bag by my chair, and I was like, what is that? I didn't order anything. And I opened up, and she'd opened it already, and she goes, well, check it out. And I was like, oh, I forgot about this thing. Yeah. That's awesome. Like, I'm wearing it tomorrow.
Heck
so,
yeah.
There it is.
Nice. Well, as a former Medill, Oklahoma Wildcat who had roughly the same colors,
yes.
I can appreciate that.
You can appreciate this.
I rocked the mustard yellow horde when I was a Wildcat.
Yep. Towson. Yep. They're up near Baltimore, the college.
Okay.
Towson University there. It's a suburb of Baltimore. Northern Towson, Maryland is the town it's in, but it's
rugby,
a suburb.
That's
yeah,
quite
she
the
plays
sport.
rugby. Yeah, this is it's a relatively new club. I think they've only been doing the program a couple years now, and she's in there. That's why they're doing the fundraiser.
So she, have you seen her play at all?
Not really. I mean, she plays in Maryland, so I don't really. And
curious if she busts heads. Or
I've seen pictures and stuff, but I haven't seen like at live.
Because I mean, they get down and dirty rugby players.
Rugby's not tiddlywinks. It's a sport of physicality.
No, I want to find that. I want to find where they do that hybrid. That I don't know what show I was watching, but it was just showing hybrid sports.
Yeah.
And one of them was, and we've talked about it before, but it was a combination of like rugby and wrestling. And like they would just stop in the middle of like a play, just pick somebody up and just give them a suplex or whatever. Yeah, and it's fun to watch. I mean, it was real fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, you know what I get, and this is where the rules get muddy for me. Is I confuse rugby rules and Australian rules football.
Yeah, and that's the thing is they're close.
Yeah.
But they're not quite the same.
Yeah. Like I know the points difference and they like you can kick because there's like different sticks at the end in Aussie rules and they can kick them like the 13 sticks for points or run it in. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, it's a combination of wrestling, basketball, and rugby. That's what it was. It was like basketball. Like
is there a basket anywhere on there?
Yeah, there's baskets and they they pass the ball like rugby style essentially. It's padded for reasons.
We played sports like this when we were a kid, but we can't name them now because
we've talked about it before on the show. It's called wrestle ball.
Yeah, but to me, this sounds like game we played in our younger days, sort of.
No,
but I can't name it.
I understand what game
because we live in a different time.
Okay,
but
so I don't believe there's a lot of smearing happening in this sport.
That's what we called said event. It was very similar to what this sounds like.
Yeah, but now it's pro, and they get paid for it.
Yeah. Just saying. And if you don't know, don't worry about it. Don't worry. You don't need
Coming soon to ESPN 8 The Oat Show.
It's a reason we don't talk about it anymore. It's a different time.
It'd be the NSTQL.
Well, and this is where I'm in my id that I love and hate at the same time. Things like Keepy Uppy League. Like I love that it exists. I hate that people are making a living doing this.
That is true. It is true. It's frustrating to me. Like when you find out that somebody gets paid to play like tag for a living. I will say this. I learned something interesting over last weekend. No, I'm sorry. It was Monday. We had a surprise party for a friend of ours' daughter who was having a birthday, and I learned during this party that if a balloon is put into play, everyone at the event will do their best to at least be involved with keeping it up.
It's like
keeping the balloon up.
So it's literally the beach ball at the stadium event.
It's like if you introduce it
or the concert,
people will participate.
Yeah. Well, you got to. It's kind of like a lot of these TikTok street video trends where you go up and you ask questions or whatever you're expected to elicit a certain way about it. Then you always get people that don't want to play. There's always one, but it's really hard with a balloon when it's popping because it's going to bop off your head. Because if you don't want to play, people are going to make you play. They're going to intentionally smack the balloon at you or near you or on you to get you to
get you involved. Yeah. Oh, you touched it. It's in play. It's on you now. If it falls, it's on you.
That's right. You're involved. But
the ones I love of those are I've seen a couple different versions. There's one where a guy he will set up a ladder at like a town square or whatever, and he'll put money at the top of the ladder, and you have to answer trivia questions to climb the ladder. And people will like run up to me like I love your TikToks. Can I do the thing? And he'll let him play or whatever. Yeah. But the one that I saw that feels just overly cruel. They're at this like random pier. I don't know where they're at, but there's a long 2x4 hanging off the pier. And there's somebody standing on this end holding it down, and somebody on the other end of the board essentially just waiting to drop.
Right.
And they have to answer 10 questions correctly. And if they don't. They get like that much closer to. They have to take like
I've
a step
seen
back.
something like that, like at a swimming pool where they did not like at a lake, but I've seen like in someone's backyard swimming pool where they put a 2x4, 4x4 or something like that. They did something basically the
something
same
very
thing.
similar.
Yeah,
but that to me is this is why I could never do one of those slides, those water slides where they just drop. We have to get in the capsule or whatever. Because the idea of the floor dropping out underneath me is one of the scariest things in my mind that I can think of.
Yeah.
Like I could see myself, and not anytime soon, but I could see myself theoretically jumping off of a thing into a thing. But if I was standing there and the floor beneath me or whatever I was standing on just dropped, I would have a heart attack.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that moment where your heart goes or your stomach goes in your heart there, and you're just like, that's why I was like, I did roller coasters, but at the end of the day, I'm like, they weren't my bag. Not my thing.
Oh my God! So I did a story yesterday, and this was actually my good news stories. But there was a roller coaster. I think it was in Missouri. I want to say this. The girl's seatbelt came undone like mid-ride. And so she starts screaming and freaking out. The people in the car in front of her ended up holding her down for the ride. They said she almost went every time they would take a turn or go up and down a hill. At one point, they're coming out of a cave, and you know how they do those, we took a fun photo of you. There's one of those where they're turned around holding her down, and you could just see terror on her face.
Please tell me they bought that photo.
I think they bought the photo, yeah. They definitely put it out online. It exists.
Well, I swear I'd put one on the mantle. Like, I literally, up on for Christmas, there's that photo. Everyone's... I mean, as long as everybody lived, it was okay. Yeah, we can laugh later. But
everybody was fine. Yeah, that was definitely one. And I doubt they even knew the girl, so it was kind of like, well, now the family's just, they're good friends.
See, you never know. It could be a thing, like kind of like those deals where, people have a chance gathering to end up being friends for life. Well,
how did we meet the Williamsons? Oh, that's right. They held our daughter down on the roller coaster.
Fun story.
Hey, you know what? It's great. That's a great icebreaker right there. Hi, Sean. How you doing?
I mean, it is. But I feel like there were some lawsuits after that one.
I got to imagine. What's funny is a representative for the park said they checked every piece of equipment on the ride before they began rerunning it later in the day.
Oh, we're good.
Like, no, we're fine.
Bob gave her a tug just fine.
Bob gave her a tug.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much probably the standard testing that they went through with that. Yeah, no, we gave it a good solid yank. It seemed fine. It was user error. It had to be.
Good to go.
G2G.
Send to the next one.
Got to keep the meat trains alive.
Oh, yes. Please put the one that's, 400 pounds. We got a seat right here for you. Come on down.
Yeah. When they're putting the shoulder harnesses down on me and it's struggling to go down, I'm like, this isn't for me.
Right.
Do you have this in a big and tall?
Right. I got belly touching.
Do you have this in a men's double X?
Right.
This roller coaster.
Just pour me into the seat. But but to be honest, they ended because I've seen every year we see these like did you see the one that I think it's like in Sandusky, Ohio, or one of those where the roller coaster starts where it's basically the track is separate and then they literally go to the edge on this track and go out, and then the track drops down and connecting to the rest.
I don't know if that's real.
No, that is real.
Are we sure?
Yeah, because it was open 2 days and they already had problems with it. Yeah, it
felt
legit.
like that was like AI or something.
No, that was real.
I thought you were talking about the other ride in Sandusky where you have to go into the boys' locker room. That ride is terrifying.
That's a different Sandusky. I'm talking about one in Ohio, not at Penn State. Although, it's been a minute since I heard a good Sandusky reference.
Been a real good long while. Fun fact, Sandusky was the home filming location for Tommy Boy.
Yeah. You know where I did catch one? That Chad Powers.
Really?
There's a Sandusky reference in the Chad Powers. Which, by the way, remember I said I saw 6 episodes? I think, no, it was 6. And they left me on the cliffhanger. I don't even, so there better be a second season. 'Cause
right.
I don't know. They take you, spoiler alert, they take you up to the game and then that's it.
Oh,
time for the game, and then that's the end of the season.
I hate, and it's not the show's fault. It's not the show, the TV show itself's fault. It's the network. They make the decisions whether or not we're going to bring the show back or whatever. But so many of those shows have just ended on just the most drastic. Did you ever watch Santa Clarita Diet?
I've heard of it. I never actually watched it.
Okay, I dabbled for like 2 seasons. It goes 3 seasons total. But I was watching a thing on it the other day. They leave you on a massive cliffhanger. Spoiler alert for a show that's been out for like 11 years. But the story goes essentially Drew Barrymore's character becomes a zombie, but they're trying to live a normal suburban life. She still has to, do zombie things like drink blood and eat humans.
Right, eat brains.
So they try to find bad people to bring to her to essentially feed on. In the very last episode, the husband gets bit. Or gets, and we don't know if it got cross-contaminated, if he got infected, what happened, and it just ended, and then they never brought it back. And it's just like, some of those were solved like during the pandemic, like a lot of people for like fundraisers or whatever. The producer of a show or the showrunner would get together the cast and do like a lost episode, just to answer questions or whatever. Community did one of those.
Was that when Drew got her show at that point?
I think it was around that time too. Yeah, it was maybe a couple of years before.
Got her talk show, so Santa Clarita Diet kind of.
Yeah, that fizzled out, and then
we needed her as the center square for for Hollywood Squares. Yeah.
And I know that she's clean and has been for most of her life, but she still always sounds like she's on something when she talks.
I think she's just perennially in a good mood.
Yeah, she is. She always has that bubbly kind of like, but it's just it seems kind of like how Paula Abdul was there for a minute in the early 2000s. How she just come out and she's like, "It's sunshine and rainbows."
Well, in all fairness, though, I mean, she's had a good. I mean, she's brought into Hollywood because she's Hollywood royalty with the Barrymores, so she's already kind of lived a whole lifestyle of that. And so,
well, she was in rehab at 13. So I mean,
she got all that knocked out early. And, and granted, she was a movie star at how old when she was doing the first show?
3. Yeah. I think it was her first role in
So
E.T.
I mean, she to be honest, as a childhood actor, she's done out pretty good.
Oh no, I 100%.
There's been a whole lot more that been that path, and there
she's managed to avoid the Feldman route. You know
exactly. Yeah. Better get the interview going.
Lesson learned, kids. Get your partying done early.
That's right.
Like sub 10.
By the time you're 20, you're full on mature. Although I don't know if that was the case either. But anyway, 8:21. Let's get you up to date with the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a little bit of a cool down on the way by Sunday. Pretty mild today, mid to upper 70s and sunny. Overnight looks clear, low to mid 40s, and then upper 70s and low 80s, breezy and sunny on Saturday. Quick cold front moving in on Saturday night. No rain with that, but it will cool us off for Sunday. We'll be getting sunshine, highs around 60. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Hey, Steve. Currently 59 degrees here in Roswell. Humidity is at 28%. Winds currently out of the north at 8 miles per hour. Sunny and 74 today with north winds at around 5 miles per hour. Skies will be clear tonight. Overnight low of 43. Southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Pushing 80, 79 officially for your Saturday under sunny skies. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday night, clear skies, cooler. Overnight low of 37. Winds will be out of the northeast at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday, we're upper 50s, 58, sunny skies, north winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tickling the freezing. Sunday night, 33 for an overnight low under clear skies. Sunny and 65 on Monday, but back up near 80 for Veterans Day on Tuesday of next week. All right, it is 23 minutes after 8. We're going to take a quick commercial break. Then we're going to play our interview we had with Carol Wynn from the New Mexico State Police, talking about recruitment and being a part of the New Mexico State Police. That's up next. Don't go away.
If you want to install a new roof, you can do it the cheap way or you can do it the right way. Jennifer here from Trustmark Roofing, and one of our customers recently found this out the hard way. He was going to hire us to re-roof his roof, but he found someone to do the job for $2,000 cheaper. Half a year later, this customer called us to re-inspect his brand new roof. Turns out this contractor was not a contractor at all. He had no license and no insurance. The roof was installed incorrectly and never had been passed by the city inspector. We had to re-roof his brand new roof, tear off the shingles and start from scratch. It was the most expensive $2,000 anyone has ever saved. If you need a roof installed the right way, you can trust who your neighbors trust. You can trust Trustmark Roofing for no obligation to the penny quote on your roof transformation. Call 575-755-ROOF. That's 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
All right, Mr. Gobbles, it's that time of year again. Got any last requests? What? You want a smoking deal on a new Ford or pre-owned vehicle? Mucho dinero for your trade? And your credit pardon? Well, you're gonna have to go to Roswell Ford.
Hey, Roswell Ford is talking real turkey with our most aggressive offers in more than 5 years. Right now, get massive savings on new Fords and quality pre-owned vehicles with 0% financing and no payments till February 2026. Plus, if you're making payments on your current vehicle and want out early, Roswell Ford will do whatever it takes to help you escape from your trade. Even if you owe thousands more than it's worth, worried that your credit is a little foul? Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders who will push to approve your credit, even if it's less than perfect. All roads lead to huge American-made savings and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com.
0 APR for 48 months is $28.83 per thousand finance. Interest accrues from date of sale. Subject to lender approval on select vehicles. Offers not combined.
Fall is here, and it's time to cozy on up to the Cow, the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop. The Calico Cow is your authorized handy quilter long-arm dealer. They make their own quilts, shirts, and rope bowls right at the Cow, so come in and check out all the fall and Christmas fabrics that are arriving daily, plus stellar fabrics for our interstellar travelers. The Calico Cow has Brothers sewing machines with great fall specials and come with warranties, plus they can fix and perform maintenance on all brands. So log on to RoswellQuilting.com to order. The Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop, 200 East College in Roswell. Want to know how? Come cozy up to the Cow.
When managing a chronic illness, access to the right treatments makes all the difference. Artesia General Hospital's Infusion Center provides IV therapy and biologic treatments, so you don't have to travel far for care. Expert infusion therapy right here in Artesia. Call 575-736-8256 today to learn more.
Pecos Valley Broadcasting has immediate entry and experience level and radio and live stream video sales executive positions open in Artesia and Carlsbad. You'll work with our amazing team to build and maintain accounts and dive into advertising and marketing promotions. Experience in sales is preferred and bilingual opportunities are available. Base guarantee plus bonuses and commissions. Apply now. Email your details or resume to hireme@pvbcradio.com. Take your career to the next level with Pecos Valley Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. U-Haul is the world's largest advertiser in the Yellow Pages. Too bad millennials don't know what the Yellow Pages are. Here's Mike Winters.
The morning show, and joining us here on the phone this morning from the New Mexico State Police, Carol Wynn with us this morning. Good morning. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing great. So as far as like you're with the state police, your side is with the recruitment and things like that, and so you don't necessarily have to go work a beat anymore, right? In the state police.
No, I've done my time, but I try to get out there whenever I can, just to make sure that I'm still up to date on my skills if I need to.
Sure. Well, and state police is kind of, where your territories are a little different and unique than, say, like a city or county police officer would be. So, you guys tend to kind of cover different, different, I know you guys work hand in hand with the various local police and sheriff's departments, but you kind of do it so like, all right, well, as a state police, our roles cover here, or then the county helps in here. So you guys kind of have probably a different or a more unique experience as a New Mexico State Police than even say, a county or a city police officer would, right?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And again, kind of like what you mentioned, we're very unique because it depends on where we get stationed at.
Sure.
And we get to interact with the community, whether it's in a rural area or the metro area. So our roles tend to change when we either get reassigned or we pick a different area where we want to serve our communities.
Gotcha. So for right now, and this is, law enforcement nationally is short-staffed. Just about every department of the country I'm going to take a stab is probably looking for qualified folks to serve. For the New Mexico State Police, is it all over the state right now, or is there certain areas of the state that are in more need of officers, or is it pretty much statewide?
It definitely is statewide. For state police, we try to recruit for the whole state.
Sure.
And we do focus on specific areas. So, for example, northern New Mexico, right? We feel like those communities are underserved, and we try to focus our recruiting efforts in those areas specifically.
Absolutely.
And so, there's different periods depending on what are the needs of the state. That's where we'll focus our recruitment efforts at.
And I would imagine too the roles of where we're in a more rural area where maybe there's less city or county law enforcement. Your probably role of state police probably picks up because you got to maybe fill the gap that maybe isn't covered by a city police officer or something like that, right?
Yes, that's correct. We definitely support each other for sure.
Now, I'm kind of curious because I'm a vet in the military, so I understand that way of life here. But as a New Mexico State Police, is recruitment and getting accepted in very kind of similar to how the military does it, where you kind of get in, obviously you're qualified, you'll go through the police, every law enforcement gets their training and things, but I know in the military you kind of get to do dream sheets and say, hey, I'd love to live or I'd love to be stationed in Texas or Japan or something. Is New Mexico State Police like that? Say, hey, now that I'm going through the academy, then you say I would love to live in the Farmington area, I'd love to put in. Does it work like that, or do you kind of have to, I guess, earn your way in? It's like, hey, the new folks, we start them here. And then, as you get a little more experience, then you get to kind of pick where you go. How does that process work?
That's a really great question. So that historically, state police was known for that. You wouldn't know your duty station or where you get stationed at towards the end of the academy. And now we recently did that within this past year, where the applicant or the folks that are interested, they get to know where they're going prior to even accepting an offer to go join the academy.
Okay.
So we're definitely changing with the times. We do recognize what does hurt us as New Mexico State Police, because that's the feedback that we get, is that they're afraid to join, they're afraid to put in their application because they don't know where they're going.
Gotcha.
So we've done something different, and we see a lot more applicants come through. So I think it's definitely working for us.
Good deal. And then I think you still offer where, like you said, they can kind of get to know where they go and to put roots. But at the same time, too, if you're wanting to say, hey, this is my thing, but you know what? I think I'd like to try this or something. You could easily, say, all right, well, I put some time here. I would like to go to this part of the state, maybe work on this aspect of New Mexico State Police. So even though you kind of lock in at the beginning, by no means are you probably locked into there for your career. You could probably move as much as you want or as little as you want, depending on, needs and everything else. But if you like to stay in one location, you could probably, do that. But if you're saying, no, I want to kind of do all facets of state police, and you might spend time in Albuquerque 1 minute and then a couple years down in Elida or something like that,
Oh, yeah. There's definitely a lot of opportunity within state police that folks just don't know. They think it's, I'm going to go patrol the streets and that's all I'm doing. No,
sure.
We are a full police agency. We have 10 different specialty teams, from the bomb team to SWAT to K9 to our drone team, our honor guard, even aircraft. And a lot of folks don't realize there's so much opportunity within state police. I've been with state police for nearly 22 years, and I've had a chance to experience all portions of state police. I've been part of the training academy here in recruitment, our special operations. So yes, there's a lot of opportunity. You have the ability to move. We have folks where they come from the southern part of the state, and they're stationed up in the northern part, and they stay there for their entire career. So there's a lot to explore and so much opportunity with state police.
Absolutely. How does, like, say someone wants to come in, but they have more of the specialized skills? Can they apply? And for instance, I mean, like, say someone's a helicopter pilot and that's where their training is. Do they go through the same path to be a helicopter pilot in the state police as just any other standard police officer would, or does that? Yeah, you know what I mean? Does that skill set, they come in trained? You know, like in the military, they teach you how to be a helicopter pilot. I'm going to say your helicopter pilots probably have experience prior to, they ain't picking up a helicopter with the New Mexico State Police first. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I feel like you've done your homework. So I really appreciate these questions, and it's great to know that state police is moving forward. So specifically to answer about the helicopter pilot, like as of right now, we actually have a pilot that is going through the State Police Academy. And once he finishes the academy, he's going to go directly to our aircraft unit after he gets off of his FTO, which is the field training officer portion. And, you know, they do produce a special skill set, but we actually have an officer. We're doing a pilot program where we have an officer who does have some flying hours. Okay. And we're actually helping him get his pilot license and those hours he needs to fly our aircraft.
So he's an officer that's converting to be an officer pilot.
Correct. Yes.
Very cool. That's very cool. Yes. And just talk a little bit about for folks to give them an understanding of how like the career paths go on growth here, because, you know, obviously within your departments and things, your specialized skills and positions, but obviously there's a rank system just like military or any other law enforcement. You know, you got your patrol persons to your lieutenants and sergeants and captains and everything else. How does that chain of command work for someone when they say they come in as a recruit? You know, right? They just graduate the academy and they're full on state troopers. Like how does one, like, where does that career? I know, like you said, there's many options, but like for the traditional rising in ranks, how does that process work?
So the way it traditionally works is that when somebody is selected, they go through recruit school. Right now, recruit school is 20 weeks. Once they graduate, they are obviously they're given their duty station up front. They would have to do a minimum of 2 years in patrol, which would be in uniform and providing service to the community, first hands-on. And then after 2 years, they have the ability to go into those specialty units that I mentioned earlier, our investigations bureau or special operations. And then once they reach 5 years, they have the ability to promote to a sergeant. Okay. And so once they become a sergeant, they have they're there for 2 years, and then after that, it's every 2 years where they can promote in the ranks. So you have your officer, then your sergeant, and then your lieutenant, then your captain, your major, deputy chief, and all the way up to chief. I always tell people, try to strive to be chief because they never know where they'll be at 20 years down the road. Yeah.
Gotcha. Interesting. You know, and this is something you know, because there is so many, like you said, there's so many different ways to be a police officer, you know, in the New Mexico State Police and doing various jobs and tasks and, you know, things that are what very much seem like within the scope of a police officer and things, and you're thinking, oh, I didn't even realize police officer did that kind of stuff. But I know, like, that's something that, and this is probably unique to all state police, not just New Mexico, whereas because of the nature of your jurisdiction as state police officers, you know, whenever there's other departments with issues, generally you're the group that comes, like say there's an officer involved shooting at a county or city level, 9 times out of 10 another department's going to handle that investigation, and I'm going to take a stab 9 times out of 10 at state police because you're the most independent of those agencies and those types of things. So is that really part of the state police as well, where you almost have to have a special investigative division that handles nothing but, you know, not say internal affairs per se, but more officer or other department related cases, if that makes sense?
Yeah, so that definitely is a specialized skill within our investigations bureau. So if you choose a path of going into our investigations bureau, you actually have the ability to handle a multitude of different crimes, whether it's a sexual assault crime, whether it's a homicide, and just like you said, an officer-involved shooting. So what's unique about state police is that we have different task force around the state where it could be because if the agency is so small that they don't have the skill set to actually investigate those crimes, they call on state police to handle it for them. But there's other areas, for example, like Albuquerque Police Department, and more in the metro areas, we form a task force where we're all involved and we provide oversight for each other. So vice versa, if state police was to be involved in an officer-involved shooting, depending on the area, it's either going to be the task force or state police handles their officer-involved shootings independently.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I was just because I figured, well, I mean, obviously all police departments probably have some kind of division or some that handles that, but I figured with state police, you probably handle a bigger volume of that than most other police agencies in the state. So just a hunch.
We do. Yeah, we provide a lot of support too, not just our investigative portion, but our crime scene portion, because we have some of the top training in the world that our agents go through, and the state knows that, and they tend to lean on us to help support them with those crime scenes.
Very good. So let's talk a little bit about the joining up process. Let's start at the beginning as far as what's the bare minimum. If someone is interested in pursuing a career with New Mexico State Police, what are the minimum requirements that they are needed to apply?
So the minimum requirements is that you do have to be 21 years old by the time you graduate.
Okay.
And then you obviously cannot have a felony conviction. And then you have to be a U.S. citizen, possess a high school diploma or GED, and then be a good moral character. And if you are from the military, you just have to be honorably discharged from the U.S. Armed Forces.
Okay. Is there, as far as any, I mean, obviously, if we get veterans prior military coming over, does that process work the same as far as the training and all that, or do they do the exact same stuff that someone who had zero experience do? How does that process work?
Yeah, so the process is the same.
Okay.
The one benefit of a veteran coming over, for example, so state police, the requirement is that you have to have 60 college credit hours once you reach your 2-year probation. But if you are honorably discharged from the military, you do have that waiver where you don't have to provide those 60 college credit hours.
Gotcha. Okay. Very good. So yes, prior experience does help in those areas and things.
Yes.
And not to mention your day-to-day job as a law enforcement officer. It kind of, because there's sides of your job that, yes, you teach everything, but there is, a lot of it you learn on the job, the experience, the senses, the feelings when something's just not right in a room, or all the spider senses that a law enforcement officer gets, that you kind of develop over time a little bit.
Yes, and I'll tell you one thing: the benefit of veterans coming over is that because we are a paramilitary organization, that times that it is easier for them as they go through the academy, and I always like to see it as is that a lot of our folks that go through academy that are veterans, they are actually, our other recruits look up to them. They're the more the mentor,
sure,
because they know the paramilitary academy style. Even that carries and helps them throughout their career, right?
Absolutely.
Even going into like specialty areas, for example, like academy. If they're interested after their 2 years, if they come over and they say, "Hey, I want to help the academy. I want to be an instructor over there," they have that advantage because they have that background.
Absolutely, yeah. That experience is and as a guy that's been through basic myself, it is there's things that you just can't teach in any other environment sometimes. So
exactly. Yes, exactly.
So if one is hearing and saying, you know what, I would like to maybe pursue this, what's the first step? How do we get the ball rolling on starting the application process and the process to becoming a state police officer?
So the easiest way to do it is that they can go on our website. It's joinnmsp.com, and they can fill out an interest card. One of our recruiters will reach out to them. And I just wanted to highlight so we currently do have a campaign going on,
okay,
where we are pushing for trying to hire obviously qualified candidates, but with an emphasis on hiring more females.
Okay.
And we're having these seminars that we are traveling to within state police. We have 12 different districts. And specifically because I am speaking to you, we have one in Roswell coming up on December 10th,
okay.
where, those that might not know what law enforcement is about, they're hesitant to join. This seminar will give them the ability to ask all the questions, and they get to meet all our officers. And it's not just our officers from state police, but we're encouraging other agencies to join because whatever law enforcement agency that they choose to join is going to benefit New Mexico as a whole.
Absolutely.
So we do want them to join these seminars and get more information, because we have that going on. We have a Citizens Academy getting ready to start in January, where they get to come up and experience what a police officer is about.
Absolutely.
So if they wanted more questions on that, they can. We encourage them to email us at nmsp.wles@dps.nm.gov.
Absolutely. And I love that you'd kind of mentioned about the other law enforcement agency things, and too, because like you said, because it makes, at the end of the day, these are all serving and protecting New Mexico, whether it's a New Mexico State Police badge or a county sheriff badge or a city police badge. We definitely appreciate every one of those individuals. And I know that that's a problem in the overall big picture in law enforcement, teaching, and other professions like this, where there is that problem where they kind of rob from each other sometimes, and it's like, my department's now down a bunch of folks and things. So I love that you kind of mentioned that, saying that is a thing, and we're trying to bring new blood to the law enforcement badge, and we're not necessarily, you know what I mean? And like you said, and said, bringing new younger folks to sign up to be part of the law enforcement family, and like you said with. And I'm thinking, just because of the world we live in, like you said, we need more female officers to be out on patrol, because obviously when it comes to certain situations, there's certain probably only male officers can handle in a certain situation. When it comes to searching people and getting into private, more intimate things, and you really want gender the line up there on those kind of, women handling the women, men handling the men.
Agree.
Yeah.
And I think what we're trying, the awareness that we're trying to spread is that we complement each other.
Yeah.
We're not saying one is better than the other. Our goal is to focus on we complement each other. We all play a specific role when it comes to handling any situation.
Absolutely.
Right. So I think we benefit each other by helping each other, and we should help each other recruit.
And one thing I really hope that recruits understand, knowing going in that the role of a law enforcement officer, regardless of what you end up doing, whether you're a SWAT officer or a detective or a helicopter pilot, whatever that is, the thing about law enforcement is you wear so many hats. Like 1 minute you're a parent. The next minute you're a psychiatrist. The next minute you're a friend. 1 minute you are the authority figure in the room, or the mom and dad hand, and you know what I mean? So you got to have that ability to be flexible there, kind of know when it's time to be a listener to versus being a dictator, to being just an ear. I mean, that's every law enforcement officer really has to have a multi-talented kind of ability to be able to talk with people and deal with people and deal with people that are obviously not in their best, and to have ability to talk to them and to get them to get into a more rational state of mind. That is, if you have that ability, you could probably serve as a law enforcement. You'll have a fine career if you have that ability to just connect with people. And that's, that's what you're looking for, is the ability to, hey, if things go south real quick, we're prepared, but our job is to always prevent it from getting there. You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right. You just have to learn you just have to know when to turn on and off that switch, when you have to be compassionate, but you also, we talk about safety first, and it's about your safety and the safety of others. And there's a time and a place for everything, but there's a time and a place to care for the community and take care of the community too.
Absolutely. And so that's one of the things that I think becoming a state police officer, you're going to grow and learn very quickly, and you probably learn it day one at the academy. You'll start seeing that type of mindset going in. So asking it before we let you go, I know we're getting a little talk about that. Like, how does that work from, okay, we're hiring you, we're going to accept you to the academy. I imagine you guys work with them a lot before they even set foot one into an academy on just getting them prepared for the academy. Is that right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
We provide a mentorship program, and this is before the academy. We meet with them either together as a group, depending on where this applicant is coming from. And we ask them to please, hey, come and join us for a good workout session if they have any questions. And it's not just for the applicant themselves, it's for their families,
Sure.
right? Because you think about it, that they're up here at the academy in Santa Fe.
Absolutely.
And their significant other or their family members have to take care of business at home.
Absolutely.
And we want to be able to provide that support system for them as well, that they have the ability to reach out to us. But we also want to assure them that if there's anything that we can do, again, it comes to that whole mindset of we're serving the community and you're part of our community. We're trying to make things better for you, and we're trying to help you as an applicant, but you not to having to worry what's going on at home.
Absolutely.
So we think that this mentorship program, it has been very successful, and it has definitely helped these applicants that come through and these recruits that come through. I think it puts a little less stress on them.
Absolutely.
When they're going through.
Absolutely. So, folks, really, if you're interested and you're hearing this right now, please join us. Give out the December 10th, the times and event, all the pertinent information one more time on that one.
Yeah, so it's going to be December 10th. It's going to be at the Roswell Police State Police Station there.
Yes.
In Roswell from 6 to 8. And then if they have any questions on it, the address is 4207 West 2nd Street there in Roswell.
Yeah.
And if they have any questions, they can go to nmsp.wles@dps.nm.gov.
Yeah, if your folks are not for, I think most people, but if you're not, if you're like heading off 2nd out of town towards Ruidoso, you'll see the police station there on your right as you're heading out of town. There, you can't miss it. So.
Yep.
But and then of course, you by all means, you don't have to wait till December 10th. If you're hearing this now, please come by or go onto the website and let's start the process and let's start talking and who knows, maybe about a year from now we're seeing you behind the badge and getting ready to serve and protect in some way, shape, or form around the state here, wherever where you want to go.
Yes. Please come join us.
Absolutely. Carol, is there any information, anything we wanted to share that we skipped or spaced or anything like that we wanted to make sure we get out there?
No, I appreciate the time and opportunity. Again, I ask that you come and join one of our seminars. If you can't make it, we have seminars all throughout the state. Or if you just simply have a question and you don't have an opportunity to stop by, just call us.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you this too. Now, not when they're on a call or in the middle of something, but if you happen to walk into a restaurant and catch a officer sit down having lunch or something, and but definitely feel free to talk to them and say, hey, what's it life like? A lot of them will be very happy to sit down and share you what life is like as a state police officer. So.
Yep, I appreciate that.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Carol, and we look forward to seeing you down the road here.
Thank you.
With your Pecos Valley news updates, I'm Jared Cirillo. Hot air balloons, live music, stand-up comedy, inflatable races, and lots more going on. This weekend's schedule absolutely packed in Artesia. Tonight's entertainment includes stand-up comedy inside the OPAC and Bulldogs on Review at Estelle Yates Auditorium. Then Saturday, the hot air balloon launch at Eagle Draw Park, but you got to get up early and be there by 6 a.m. Inflatable bouncy houses will also be there. The oil patch market runs from 1 to 4, and there will also be evening hot air balloons on Saturday. Roswell police have arrested a man claiming he drunkenly fired off gunshots in the 1500 block of West 3rd Street on Thursday. A woman had fled to a neighbor's home claiming 44-year-old Michael Lorenka had assaulted her. As police arrived, Lorenka refused to come out of the house, but he was eventually arrested for aggravated assault on a household member. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Turtles can breathe through their butts. We imagine you know some people who do that too, because that's where their heads reside. Here's Mike Winters.
It's time for the Chaffetz County Sports Report. A lot of derision was aimed at the direction of the New Mexico Activities Association when the playoff brackets were announced for football in Class 5A, when 1-9 Deming was given the 12th seed. Well, one group of people that's not going to overlook the Wildcats will be the Goddard Rockets. The 5th seed Rockets will host the Wildcats Saturday at 1 o'clock. The reason? They've played before, and Goddard only won by 1 touchdown. That was 40-33 back on October the 3rd. Also in playoff action this weekend, it's NMMI, the 5th seed in Class 5A, hosting number 12 Wingate. That starts Saturday at noon. And Gateway Christian playing at Tatum tonight at 7 o'clock in 8-man football. Gateway, the 6th seed, Tatum, the 3rd seed. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell Talk FM 106.5.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a little bit of a cool down on the way by Sunday. Pretty mild today, mid to upper 70s and sunny. Overnight looks clear, low to mid 40s, and then upper 70s and low 80s, breezy and sunny on Saturday. Quick cold front moving in on Saturday night. No rain with that, but it will cool us off for Sunday. We'll be getting sunshine, highs around 60. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning. Once again, tech and AI stocks fell the day after they had risen. The Nasdaq led the stock market lower. FBB Capital says traders are worrying more now about any companies that issue lower profit forecasts. DoorDash fell 17% even though orders rose, but they're spending millions to start handling restaurant reservations now too, and developing robots, and to start delivering home improvement products. Duolingo language lesson stock fell despite the better-than-expected revenues there, but they say spending more to gain new customers is a higher priority than higher profits to them right now. Healthcare stocks outperformed. Merck and Pfizer rose, so did Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk on deals to cut prices for popular weight loss drugs starting next year. The Wall Street Journal says some home builders are now offering 4% mortgages to sell houses, but the buyers still aren't buying right now. United Airlines will refund fares for all passengers who don't want to fly now because of the delays from new flight restrictions starting today. With business, I'm Joe Connolly.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Have you ever been to an escape room? Generally, there's a set of clues that you have to follow to find the prize to get out of the room. It's a mystery that has to be solved. Many things are learned along the way, but in the very best versions, you don't know the answer to the mystery until you find all the clues and find the prize. The Apostle Paul writes to the young Christians in Colossae about a mystery. What's great about this mystery is that you don't have to wait until the end of the story to know the answer. The Israelites were given hints or shadows of the mystery, but they didn't know the full story. Paul reminds them that the answer to the mystery is Christ in them. When Jesus came to this earth and died on the cross for our sins and rose 3 days later, he made known the mystery that has been taught from the beginning of time. Do you feel like you're missing something in your life and you don't know about this great mystery of Christ? Then we encourage you to join us and learn what's missing.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
If you're missing a tooth or several teeth, a dental implant may be the ultimate solution. Implants look and feel so much like real teeth that you probably forget you have an implant. Maupin and Brown Dentistry is one of New Mexico's most experienced implant providers, with literally thousands of implant patients who are absolutely delighted with the results. Call Maupin and Brown today for an evaluation. You'll be surprised how affordable implants can be. Maupin and Brown, your choice for experienced, state-of-the-art dentistry.
Temperatures are falling, and Fulkerson wants to get you ready for the seasons ahead with the Right Fit membership program. For as little as $15 per month or $199 a year, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual HVAC maintenance, as well as reduced dispatch fees, even in the middle of the night. Plus, a 15% discount on all services provided by Fulkerson, as well as preferred scheduling. Be ready for the seasons ahead. Become a Right Fit member with Fulkerson today. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas. When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas. Ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
No doubt about it, our favorite season is fall. Leaves fall, temperatures fall, and electric bills fall. Fall brings us the joy of mowing our lawn for the last time and the sadness of picking that last tomato. Here at Roswell Seed Company, we start to talk about pansies, broomweed, and the first freeze. Yeah, we can get downright giddy. This is Ben Manette from Roswell Seed Company, reminding you that fall is when Mother Nature starts to show off. Try not to miss any of it.
Pecos Valley Broadcasting has immediate entry and experience level and radio and live stream video sales executive positions open in Artesia and Carlsbad. You'll work with our amazing team to build and maintain accounts and dive into advertising and marketing promotions. Experience in sales is preferred and bilingual opportunities are available. Base guarantee plus bonuses and commissions. Apply now. Email your details or resume to hireme@pvbcradio.com. Take your career to the next level with Pecos Valley Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer.
No static at all. Your new home for talk radio is KEND Roswell.
Because of the longest ever government shutdown, the FAA is cutting the number of daily flights by 4,000.
It's to take pressure off air traffic controllers who are working without pay during the shutdown. 2 words you don't want to hear at the airport are canceled and delay. In Dallas, Ellen Perkins' late night flight was bumped to the next day. Anyone with plans for the weekend are anxiously waiting to find out their flight status. Reginald Dumas, also in Dallas, is trying to be patient.
I'm praying about it. It has to break.
Some airlines are planning to focus on slashing routes to and from small and medium-sized cities. Ed Donahue, Washington.
The Trump administration seeking an emergency order in its appeal of a Rhode Island federal judge's ruling ordering the administration to find the money to fully fund SNAP food benefits for November. The president hosting the leaders of 5 Central Asian countries at the White House.
Today, their location in the heart of Eurasia gives them incredible importance and unbelievable potential. Sadly, previous American presidents neglected this region completely. And I understand the importance of this region, one of the most important regions.
The president's focused on finding more sources of rare earth minerals, crucial to a range of high-tech applications, military and otherwise. She says she wants to make New York State more affordable, among other goals. Republican Congresswoman Elise Stefanik, one of President Trump's leading allies on Capitol Hill, has announced her campaign for governor of New York. She says she also wants to fight crime in the Empire State. Watching Wall Street this hour, the stock market is in the red this morning. The Dow down about 215 points. The NASDAQ is off 372. More on these stories. Townhall.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
As its inconvenient colonial past returns to view.
The Louvre artifacts were French, but the gems were not. Their exotic routes to Paris run through the shadows of empire, an uncomfortable history that France, like other Western nations, has only begun to confront. Within hours of the theft, researchers sketched a likely colonial-era map for the materials. Sapphires from Sri Lanka, diamonds from India and Brazil, pearls from the Persian Gulf and Indian Ocean, and emeralds from Colombia. There is obviously no excuse for theft, says Emmeline C.H. Smith, a criminologist at the University of Glasgow who studies heritage crime. But many of these objects, she says, are entangled with violent, exploitative colonial histories. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
Typhoon Kalmeji has struck Vietnam with powerful winds and heavy rains, blamed for 5 deaths in that country. Townhall.com. It's true, once upon a time, all roads did lead to Rome.
And scientists now say those roads stretched 50% longer than previously known. A new study combines information from historical records, ancient journals, locations of milestones, and other archival data with newly available satellite imagery to map all known roads in the ancient Roman Empire. Researchers say these feats of Roman engineering still shape the geography and economy of the Mediterranean region and beyond. The new data set and digital map are available online for scholars, history teachers, and people with an interest in ancient Roman history. Keith Peters, Washington.
A candlelight vigil has been held in Louisville, Kentucky, honoring the victims of the UPS plane crash this week and anyone else affected by the tragedy. The crash of the plane left at least 13 people dead, while 9 others are still unaccounted for. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm, I'm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The tabulation, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Tres Inviernos.
Mornings with Mike Winters right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Friday.
Yes.
We made it.
Welcome.
Weather's nice. We're already in the 60s.
Fan-dang-tastic.
63 right now, according to the National Weather Service.
By the way, this coming from the comments of our video at ksbptv.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters tab or follow us on Facebook. Patty Swenson posted that, just a reminder, the Fall Festival is happening tomorrow from 1 to 3 at 2801 West 4th.
Yeah, it's with
Methodist Church.
Community Methodist Church. It's there at Westminster Presbyterian Church. That is it.
So if you didn't get enough chaos on Halloween night and you want to put you and your family and your kids through it one more time, Fall Festival.
Hey,
it's a good time.
Yeah, the free food and games, a bunch of carnival-like games, and just
Plenty
a
of
fun
candy.
family afternoon.
Sure.
Out in the park.
Always a good time.
Highs will be
it's going to be gorgeous tomorrow.
like near 80 tomorrow.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Great day to get out to the park.
And then you can listen to the ball game on the radio.
Ooh, nice. I like that. That's a great combo. Fall festival happening out here.
Yeah.
Football happening in here.
There you go. So if you can, if you can't be at the World Ball, you're going to be at the festival, and you can catch it on the radio.
You're all just sitting there enjoying the game. You take one headphone off and you hear, Steve, I said, go get your son. He's drowning in the apple bobbing bucket.
Yeah.
It's like, I probably should have one headphone in, one headphone out.
Just let it blare on your phone.
Yeah.
Because no one has a radio anymore.
Mm-hmm.
An actual radio.
It's like that one guy who's awkwardly having a conversation on speakerphone in the elevator.
Yeah.
It's like, you could just say you're calling back.
That kind of reminds me. I saw one of those stupid meme bits that you see when you're scrolling on social medias, and it was someone kind of mocking the bit where people run around and like clip your headphones or something, then give you a new headphones.
Yeah,
or, they do those bits. And so this one, and I'm pretty sure this one was done not in the United States of America. I'm gonna guess.
One of those countries where it's obviously like in another language, so nobody says anything, and then they add sound effects.
Yeah,
and a laugh track.
Yeah, and so there's a guy like leaning up against out in the city, leaning up against the building, and he's kind of, you see him listening to his music through his headphones, and there's the string going down into his pocket, and then of course the guy comes by and clips it, and of course they do the whole woo, 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 and then the guy pulls out AirPods or an equivalent and hands them out to him, and then the guy looks at him and pulls out, he's got an old school Nokia that's got a whole so that was the whole bit,
dude.
That's
those phones, and here's the thing about the old school Nokia phones.
Yeah.
Those things, and there's videos out that are proving it now, are indestructible.
Oh yeah.
There's clips, like stories of people who like got shot and their phone stopped the bullet.
Yeah.
They've run over it with cars, trucks. You cannot destroy that phone.
Those first generations were built to be mishandled,
dude. There's some elements of early cell phone tech that I do kind of miss.
Yeah.
One of them is every phone before smartphones became the standard, the norm, and it was this. Before everything was just a big black rectangle.
Right.
Phones looked so freaking cool. And they did so many weird, like, remember the Sidekick? You'd flip your screen up or whatever, or pop it up like a switchblade.
I think they were all Star Trek inspired. You know what I mean?
We all wanted that weird.
Yeah.
I saw one yesterday. It was a flip phone, like a clamshell flip phone.
Yeah.
But it was a makeup compact mirror around the earpiece, and the buttons were down here.
Oh wow!
And then the screen was like right in the middle of the. It was a really cool design.
Yeah.
But we got so boring. Somewhere in the mid 2000s, we just like got rid of, because do you remember, like, I want to say peak color expressivity age would be like 1999 to 2000. That's when we were at our most extreme with an X and a dash. And everything was like, get it in 16 bold colors. And then just somewhere along the line of the mid 2000s, everybody's just like, let's just make it a black box.
Yeah. And part of that, I think, with the phones is there was less things you could do with it, so you had to have more gimmicks.
Right.
Now, everything's inside it. You know, the magic's inside.
I do not miss T9 texting.
Yeah.
That was a total high. If you never had to press 9 4 times to get a Z, then good on you.
Remember all the commercials of ringtones, 99 cents, and all that
Crazy
nonsense?
Frog. That's the whole reason we got that song, that Axel F or whatever, was because of literally they made that song as a ringtone and then they put that on a commercial.
Yeah, the evolution of cell phones in the last.
I was watching a thing the other day. Was talking about, like, early 2000s tech, and it showed a commercial for, what was it? It was like
It was a Nokia something on Singular Wireless. I was just like, whoa, what? I haven't heard the name Singular Wireless in like a decade.
Well, then it's like with like NASCAR racing and all that. It's like the Nextel Cup.
Right.
Nextel.
If you're flashing back to like, the what was it? The new, what was the race before then? The Marlboro Cup? No, it was
Winston Cup.
The Winston Cup series. Yeah, that's what it was. Like they were just outright blatant with it.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, for many years it was the Winston Cup series and all that. I mean, growing up as a kid, I always knew it was the Winston Cup. And then everyone said cigarettes are bad, MK, so we should get other sponsors.
Okay, I'm trying to remember the course here. Nextel was acquired by, I think they were acquired by Singular, who was acquired by Cellular One, who was acquired by Sprint.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, it was a whole...
I think Sprint is still
and then
with
I think
us.
Didn't AT&T buy it all up after that?
Well, AT&T bought up a bunch. I don't know if they bought Sprint, but I know they bought up a bunch of other ones.
I remember like when my very first cell phone was through a company called Cell One.
Oh yes, Cellular One, and my phone had a plastic antenna you had to extend every time.
And then they got bought out by what was that company for a minute? Like it even had a NASCAR for like a whole year. Like then they got bought out.
Alcatel, wasn't it?
Yeah, like Alcatel, and then they got bought out
by Altel.
And then
Alcatel, was bought out by Altel, and then that one got bought out by another.
And then eventually AT&T just bought it all.
Yeah,
and then so that's why spoiler alert, I have AT&T today because literally they begat and bought everything that when I originally started out with Cellular One.
You've been grandfathered in for 27 years.
Yeah.
I still remember.
Well, I have the same number. Like this, I've only had this one cell number my whole entire cell phone life.
And I know that because I memorized it when I worked with Mike during the mix days, and I had tried calling it years later. I think I was hard up for a job or something. I tried calling him up, and I just like, I think I know what it is. And I tried dialing it, and sure enough, there's Mixmaster Mike Winters.
Yeah, I've had the same
Yours
number.
and KC's are very similar and have never changed.
Yeah.
I've had mine same number since, I want to say, my shameless endorsement of the Nokia Lumia 900 from Windows.
But that's kind of feat. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, to hold on to a number like that's impressive.
That marks some kind of milestone.
Mm-hmm. I would,
pizza for dinner tonight.
There you go. Feels right.
Oh man, but you know what? I pretty much I'm going to take a stab that most people around my age are probably in the same boat. Yeah, I've had the same number my whole life,
Right.
Unless you're just one of those people who've been cantankerous and fight different companies, and I've just been one of those people. Oh, whatever.
I still remember, and I was a kid when it happened, but I remember the breakup of Ma Bell.
Yeah.
Of the big for those who don't remember, when phones were plugged into the wall, the Bell Company was becoming a monopoly. So they ended up breaking up the Bell Corporation into several categories. Ours was Southwestern Bell. That's the one we had in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So it got broken, but it was all under the Bell Corporation. But then that got sold off because of the whole monopoly thing.
Yeah, and then everything else turned into now you got choices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now we're getting to I remember when Coke was a nickel.
Ahoy, ahoy! Operator, get me Klondike 535.
Yes. Niner? Is there a niner in there? All right, let me give you the rundown for this hour of the show. We'll get you up to date with the weather here in mere moments. And then Barbara Gomez will be joining us here in just a few minutes for Main Street Roswell. Give us an update on events happening through Main Street as, of course, we are turning our attentions to the holiday season. Shop small, all the 'tis the season. Black Fridays, shop small Saturdays.
Indeed.
Small business Fridays.
Keep your money as local as you can.
There's many different ones now. I can't keep up with them all, but doing all that stuff. Shop local is the whole point. It's all pointing to shop local. And then so we'll get an update from Barbara, and then of course newses and whatever else we can come up with for today's show. I feel like I'm supposed to say something else, but I can't remember what it is right now. And that's why I'm kind of like I think I was.
No.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. All right, it is 9:17. Let's take a gander at your weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a little bit of a cool down on the way by Sunday. Pretty mild today, mid to upper 70s and sunny. Overnight looks clear, low to mid 40s, and then upper 70s and low 80s, breezy and sunny on Saturday. Quick cold front moving in on Saturday night. No rain with that, but it will cool us off for Sunday. We'll be getting sunshine, highs around 60. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
Thank you, Steve. Currently 63 degrees already here in Roswell. 63 at 9 in the morning. That's kind of nice. Humidity is at 25%. Winds are actually, according to my thing, says a blowing out of the north of 14. It's a little breezy out there. Sunny today, mid-70s, 74 officially our high today. Winds will be out of the north at around 5 miles per hour. Skies will be clear tonight, looking at an overnight low of 43 degrees. Southwest winds at around 5 miles per hour. Saturday, beautiful day, sunny skies, highs near 80, 75. Winds will be out of the northwest, 5 to 15 miles per hour. So weather should be nice. Might want a nice jacket if you're going out to the Veterans Day celebration beginning at 8:30 here on the Chaves County Courthouse lawn. And then, of course, if you're heading out to Fall Festival or out to the Goddard playoff game, you'll probably be in short sleeves for that in the afternoon. And then the night activity should be nice. But weather should be good for all your outdoor activities tomorrow. Tomorrow night, we're looking at clear skies, overnight low of 37, northeast winds at around 5 miles per hour. Sunday, cooler. We're going to drop into the upper 50s. Sunny, 58 for a high on Sunday. Winds will be out of the north, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Sunday night, oh, so close. 33 for an overnight low under clear skies. So right there at freezing. And then Monday, we're only hitting the mid-60s. But by Veterans Day on Tuesday, we're back up near 80 for a high there. So a little chilly dipper in the weather Sunday and Monday, but back up into warmer temps by Tuesday of next week. All right, it is. Let me get back to my other screen here. 19 minutes after 9 o'clock, we're going to take about a 2.5-minute break. And then Barbara Gomez with Main Street Roswell will join us on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas, ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Loan for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is now available to you thanks to Smart Home Wi-Fi with Plateau. Get fiber-to-home technology 100 times faster than average household internet speed. Plateau has multiple plans and options to fit your family. With Fast, get true 100 megs per second download and upload speed. With Faster, get true 500 megs of download and upload speeds. And with Fastest, you get 1 gig. Learn more at plateautel.com. Get the speed you need with Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
Some wounds need expert care to heal properly. At Artesia General Hospital's Wound Care and Hyperbaric Medicine Center, we use advanced treatments like hyperbaric oxygen therapy to help chronic wounds heal faster. If you or a loved one has a wound that won't heal, call 575-736-8235 today and take the first step toward recovery.
Pecos Valley Broadcasting has immediate entry and experience level and radio and live stream video sales executive positions open in Artesia and Carlsbad. You'll work with our amazing team to build and maintain accounts and dive into advertising and marketing promotions. Experience in sales is preferred and bilingual opportunities are available. Base guarantee plus bonuses and commissions. Apply now. Email your details or resume to hireme@pvbcradio.com. Take your career to the next level with Pecos Valley Broadcasting, an equal opportunity employer.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Alaska is the only state name that can be typed on one row of keys. Go ahead and try typing the other 49 states. We'll wait. Here's Mike Winters.
We won't wait that long. Good morning. It is 22 minutes after 9 o'clock. And joining us in the studio this morning from Main Street, Roswell, and 2 floors up, Barbara Gomez back with us.
I come from so far, right? I'm like a homing pigeon. I get on that elevator, and I hit 1, and the door opens, and I'm going, I was going to 2, not to 1, because I'm on 4, right?
You get so habitually clicking.
I only go to first floor to get out of here.
Yeah,
right.
I've done that. Well, you know what's funny is, like, I'm half lazy. I'll take the elevator up, but I'll try to take the steps down.
Yes.
So on the occasion I do take the elevator down, I get in the elevator and I always habitually hit 2, even though I'm already on 2. And I'm like, no, I'm going down.
No. Yeah. and actually, you just have one flight of stairs.
Yeah, exactly. So I generally try to do it, but every once in a while I'll take that. But I when I do it, I almost 9 times out of 10 I hit 2, and then I sit there. Oh, it's not moving because I hit the button I'm already on.
Yeah.
But anyway. But yes, of course, Main Street Roswell. We're starting to get into the holiday season now. So
we already got done with Trick or Treat, Halloween, Fall Festival.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we don't have a lot coming up really, really quick here.
Well, but in case you hadn't noticed, I've noticed some lights getting put up around town.
Yes,
and
our lights are going
down the Main
up,
Street town here.
And pretty quick here, we're going to be decorating poles. So, but before we head to Christmas, I just want to give a big shout out to Trick or Treat on Main Street. That was put together by Mary at Alien Enchantments.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of took that project on, so it was not something that I had to put on, but she took
Looks
it
like
on.
They had a good crowd out there and everything.
I heard they had a big crowd out there, but she ran around.
I had meetings that night, but I kept going right by it all the time. And
but
it was busy.
they said they had a lot of them reported that they ran out of candy, hadn't even gotten on the map and ran out of candy.
Wow.
So that was really great. And then, of course, the city of Roswell had the Fall Bash, I believe, the following day.
Mm-hmm.
And that looked like a great attendance as well. I didn't go out there, but I saw a lot of pictures. Our own Juliana Halverson, city councilor.
Yeah.
She dressed up as Beetlejuice. I mean, she did a really great job. I saw a couple of little Beetlejuices out there as well. So thank you, City of Roswell and Mary at Alien Enchantments for making it fun for us on Halloween. So just a few things going on first before I get into the holidays. First of all, I want to tell you guys that the Chaves County Cultural Plaza, which is off of Virginia Avenue between 4th and 5th Street.
Mm-hmm.
It's just behind the parking lot of the Chaves County building there, the parking lot there.
Yeah.
But if you drive by there, you will see already that they have put in the bathrooms. The stage is up. They already have the bottom part of a feature that's going to be there. It's going to be a water tower feature.
Yeah.
And it's going to be on the southwest corner.
And that's kind of a nod to the history of that area.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the fence on the back end facing the east side, part of that fencing is already up, and they will be putting some type of feature there as well that's like a railroad track.
Okay.
It still is kind of, back to our railroad days.
To that district.
Yeah. So we are hoping to have a walkthrough really soon, but this plaza should be ready to go by the end of this year, first of next year. This is a project, a collaborative project between Main Street, Roswell, and Chaves County.
Excellent.
So, and that is their property. So they've been great partners. So we're excited to work with them on this project. And a few things going on Main Street. A lot of businesses are popping up in case you have not noticed.
Mm-hmm.
There's been a few constructions going on.
Yeah.
Right here on 322 North Main, which used to be the Brits Mercantile.
Yeah.
You might see some workers out there, and they have a big sign that says coming soon. That will be Anaya Prints. They have a location kind of out in the country somewhere.
Okay.
But they're moving to the Main Street
So it'll
district.
be downtown.
So, so welcome, Anaya Prints. They will be doing more than just printing, so you might find all kinds of stuff. They also do kettle corn. I don't know if they're going to be doing kettle corn there, but they do it during events.
You keep asking, they might just have to.
I love popcorn. But hey, if they don't, just go across the street to the pretzel and ice cream shop across the street.
It'll satisfy the sweet and salty.
Sweet and salty.
Yeah.
And those of you that have been noticing the old Papa John's here at 625 North Main Street, that is going to be a restaurant.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of details yet because what they've told me, they asked me to keep it under wraps until they roll it out.
Okay.
But just know that they've already started that parking lot.
Okay.
So they've made the parking lot nicer. I know they're redoing the inside of the building. So yay.
All right, I'm going to do fish for clues. Is the restaurant like a sit-down type or a to-go? Okay.
Yes, it's a sit-down. It is not a national.
Okay.
It is a local
restaurant.
locally owned restaurant.
Okay.
I don't know the menu yet.
Okay.
They've kind of shot over a name to me, but like I said, I'm not at liberty to tell you guys yet until they let me know.
All right.
So another one that I've been asking because I have lots of people asking, what are you guys going to do with that building? I would like to rent that building, and it's a building on 209 South Main.
Okay.
It's 209 South Main and Walnut.
Okay.
So it's across, just south of the auto. I always get that name wrong.
Is it it's not O'Reilly or Auto?
No,
I always get the
it's
AutoZone.
Not. No, it's not AutoZone. Advanced Auto.
Advanced Auto. Okay.
Advanced Auto. Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry about that, John Whittington. He used to be on our board for a little bit, but anyway, he's always great help to us as well. But right across the street from them, I ran into the owners and they told me a little bit about it. I said I want to see the plans. They said not yet. You're going to love it, Barbara. It's going to be a family-friendly restaurant. Can't even say those two words together today.
I've having a tongue twister day myself.
Yeah, but apparently it's going to be a lot of fun for families to go in there and things for kids to do. So that's going to be really, really exciting.
So kind of in a theme, not just like where it's got kids stuff, games for kids and things.
Yeah, I think so.
Like,
I don't know.
I keep want to say Chuck E. Cheese because that's the only thing I know to compare it to, but it may not be a pizza place.
But they have such a big lot there. I'm thinking that they may be doing something a little bit outside, but I am not sure completely. But anyway, while we're waiting for things to pop up, there are things already on Main Street. We've gotten, of course, the Degenerate Coffee, and Stellar just opened up. In case you have not been there, they opened the Interstellar Lounge.
Yeah.
And it's around the back there. I think it was last week that they had, brick iron pizza or something.
Okay.
So you can go there, have a drink, chill out, do some networking, check up with your friends there.
Food,
just hang out there. It's a really nice place. If you don't drink, they do have coffees and teas. And I just recently saw on our Facebook also that Degenerate Coffee is expanding.
Okay.
They are doing so well here on Richardson Avenue.
Excellent.
They're in between the blocks of, I'm thinking that it is probably the 300 block of Richardson.
Okay.
But they have great coffees also. And I just have noticed that a lot of people are hanging out there, so they've decided to expand to another part of the building to, I guess, give them some more room.
Okay.
So they've just barely been open.
Room over there.
Yeah, they've just barely been open, I believe, since July. So they're really rocking and rolling over there.
Well, it's great to hear. That's nothing. It's all good to see that.
Yeah. So as we're moving into the holidays, you guys, we are beginning to put as you mentioned earlier, Mike. The lights are already going up in the trees.
Yeah.
That is a project of. It is a project of Main Street. It is the holiday light project.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a volunteer in our community. She doesn't like a lot of fanfare, so I won't say her name. But she goes out and she gets all of the funding for lighting those trees. A lot of you have asked us, well, can't you leave the lights out there all year long?
Well, sure. It's an expensive light bill.
Yeah. Well, number one, the city really doesn't like us to have them out there all year long. Apparently, it kind of damages the trees.
Okay.
But they do cut back the trees a little bit for us. And we pay Jesse McDaniel and his group to put them up, and then we pay him to take them down. But the lady that does it for us, I'm just going to say her first name, Wendy. Thank you for all of your help.
Absolutely.
But she goes around and she gets all the funding for it.
There's been a lot of donations, a lot of things, but it is a quite pricey enterprise to do that. And we do appreciate folks that step up and volunteer to make sure that the money is there to make sure we get to enjoy this each holiday season.
She's kind of hoping that the lights will be up before Thanksgiving, and then we keep them there till after Valentine's Day.
Great.
Because that area becomes a really great photo opportunity. People get engaged there. They do a lot of engagement and just fun pictures and family pictures.
You just drop the Santa hats and the white lights could be romantic.
Oh, they look really nice. And so, but we're getting also ready to decorate the light poles. And so if you guys would like to help us to do that, please reach out to Main Street. We have approximately, I just had one of my volunteers go out and count those lights. And hold on a second, and I'll tell you about how many lights we have out there, how many poles that we have out there, I should say. But where is it at?
I just picture in my head, like them counting light poles and someone, what you doing? Counting light poles.
I'm counting light poles. Yes, that's what he's doing. 52 poles.
52 light poles.
I have 52. The ones that have the alien eyes on them is the ones that I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. So we usually end close to McDonald's because 8th Street is the end of my district.
That's about the beginning of the corridor.
That's where the corridor starts.
Coming
from the north, and it ends over here at Alameda. Mm-hmm. So we decorate every one of them. This year, our theme for Christmas, our theme will be Candyland. Okay. So I'm hoping to have Charlie and the Chocolate Factory type of feel to it. Yeah. Hopefully some huge candy canes, huge gumballs, huge.
Maybe a few nutcrackers rolling around.
Yes, here and there. So if you need something to do, please give me a call. We will be decorating that just right after Thanksgiving, probably the first week in December.
Gumdrops, of course.
Gumdrops.
Gotta have gumdrops. Right?
You know what? I saw a really cool decoration on, Pinterest or whatever, where they did a light pole and the top of it was a big old sucker.
Oh, that'd be neat.
But I don't know how that would work with my lights. So we're still trying to figure that out.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
That's right. And we also do, our downtown, we do have a window decorating contest. And so we'll put out a list on our Facebook to tell you who's participating. And then we will put pictures of everyone that's already decorated their window. And the way they win the decorating contest is by your likes. Okay. So the more likes that...
So it is a popularity contest.
It is a popularity contest.
Come one, come all.
That's right.
Yeah.
So the holiday market and electric light parade this year was going to be the first weekend in December, December the 5th and 6th. On Friday, we start at 12 noon, and we end about 8:30 or so later in the evening.
Okay.
And on Friday... It's kind of a fun day because Friday, earlier that day, since they open at 12, so we'll have food trucks, we'll have vendors already out there. If you've enjoyed some of the farmers market, some of their goodies in terms of, lockets and pictures and jewelry and photographers and different things like that, this is a good opportunity for you to start looking for some Christmas gifts. Some of them have quilts, some of them have homemade goodies, cookies, and all that good stuff.
The ones you have to buy 2 of, one to smuggle for yourself, and one to give as a gift.
Don't tell anybody you ate one. And but some of those people will be out there. Like I said, food trucks and the mini donuts will be out there. We'll have coffee out there, cookies will be out there. So you guys come out. But on Friday, the Sheriff's County Sheriff's Department will be escorting Santa and Mrs. Claus.
All right.
They will arrive on Friday. They should be there around 5:30 is what I'm looking at. They will be being escorted by the Sheriff's Department and also by the Goddard Rockets and the Charlie's Angels.
Okay.
So they will have a big, hopefully, fanfare in front of them.
Can we get on all the Charlie's Angels and the deputies? They need antlers. If they're going to be bringing in
That's right.
Santa
You know
and
what?
Mrs. Claus.
I think I need to get them some little antlers. That's right. I need to get them something. But that day, all they're going to do that night is they are going to be turning on the big Christmas tree. At that point, the lights will not be on yet. So as soon as they get off, they will be turning on the lights.
Do they have a big, comically big...
You know what? I saw a big old thing, like a little light switch.
Yeah.
So we will be having that. We will be, that Friday, we will also have some music. We'll have some DJ music, some Christmas music. We will have some choirs. So we will put out a whole schedule of who's singing and what time.
Right now, so you can kind of get a hodgepodge. And I imagine all of them will keep a little holiday theme to their... I mean, we are bringing in the Christmas season.
That's right.
All will keep in that vein of Christmas, I think.
And so we will have the sleigh after that on Saturday. The sleigh will be out there in front of the tree, and the reindeers will be out there.
Okay.
The Roswell. I'm trying to. I don't want to say the wrong one, but it must be the prison out there.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of it, but they actually created the.
Is it the detention center there?
No, not the Chaffetz County Detention Center. The one that's further out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what they done for us is we basically gave them an idea and said, look, could you please create a sleigh for us?
Okay.
And at the
they
time,
built it.
Yes, and at that time, Rob Tynes, who at the time used to work over at Westlake.
Yeah.
Westlake donated all the materials we needed to get it made.
They tend to have that stuff
and
over
gave
there.
it to them, and they just created it. We didn't give them a template. We didn't give them anything.
Just turned them loose.
And it's a beautiful Santa sleigh.
Good deal.
This last year, we asked them for reindeer. And again, I didn't tell them how to do it. We just gave them materials, and they came through. So thank you, Deborah Lambert, and all the team out there. So we may be giving you guys a shout out. See if there's anything else.
We got to keep going.
Keep going.
What can we keep adding?
Let's see what else we can do. But Saturday, we start at Saturday 10 to 9 p.m. that night. I put 10 to 9 a.m. Wow, that's okay. 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. And that day, there'll be pictures with Santa all day.
Excellent.
Okay, so we don't have a photographer, so you just need to bring your phone, take as many pictures as you want.
We create the scene, you bring your camera.
That's right, you bring your camera. And again, that day, we will have entertainment, we will have the music, we will have dancers, we'll have the Mesa Panther Band out there, the Mesa Choir. We're going to have the Roswell High School Choir will be out there. We'll have a presentation by the Charlie's Angels.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a community sing-along, the Mesa Folclóricos, and I'm actually working with the Roswell Little Theater to see if, the one that's on right here on the south side here. I'm working with them to see if they might want to do a walkabout caroling for us this year.
That would be great.
So they may do it with wearing some period clothing and stopping in here and there. But that will be a really, really fun day. We also hope to have a table out there for kids' crafts, so you can make like popcorn,
Christmas crafts.
Yeah, Christmas crafts.
Christmas crafts. Not crafts.
I know you have to say it really nice and slow.
Enunciate.
Yes. And on Saturday, December the 6th, starting at 6 p.m. sharp, we will have the Electric Light Parade. This parade is actually last year is one of the biggest parades we've ever had. I think we had like 40, 45 floats, walkers, motorcycles, Jeepers, big semi-trucks, flatbeds. So just so you know, because it's at night, you need to decorate it with lights, okay?
Yes.
We can't see you if you're out there.
A light parade requires lights. That's one rule we figured out.
Charles
Isla said he's bringing antlers.
He is.
So
okay,
I got
it's
a
about
text.
Time. Good.
So
is he going to have a little red nose on as well? I wonder.
Did you hear that, Charles? Can you work on that? Rudolph nose, please.
Oh, Rudolph. Yeah, we need a Rudolph nose as well. So let's see what else we got going. Right after the parade is over, we will have a contest for the parade. So if you really decorate everything up, we have a first, second, and third place, prizes.
Okay.
We will have judges to judge you, so don't yell at me if you don't win. It's not
You will
me.
be judged.
You will be judged. Yeah, and right after that, we will be having the free movie on the lawn, and because we're going with a candy theme, we will be showing the movie Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Very good.
And what'd Charles say?
Absolutely on the red nose.
Ooh, okay.
Probably the red nose weather with probably red nose weather with sniffles actually. So it'll be au natural.
Au natural. That's scary.
Organic, if you will.
That's right. Yeah, I like that. That's better. Organic. Okay, so we have all been talking about. We're moving on to Christmas, but the Saturday right after Christmas on November the 29th is Shop Small Saturday.
Excellent.
Okay, but this year I did get a notification from New Mexico Main Street. So for those of you that use this as it's a great place to come shop on Main Street. But apparently the Taxation and Revenue Department has informed us that New Mexico's Small Business Saturday tax holiday has sunset.
Oh.
In other words, it's ended.
Okay.
And will not be available this year.
Okay.
So that does not mean that we're not going to do Shop Small anyway. We're actually, New Mexico Main Street is creating a kit that's called Choose Main Street Holiday Kit.
Okay.
And once they put that together, you guys on Main Street, I will be getting with you.
Okay.
But just know we are still doing that. So I'm assuming that because that tax break has ended,
So
that they won't be offering that anywhere.
Gotcha.
Not just Main Street. They won't be offering it anywhere.
But we're going to keep
But we're still going to promote
the
shopping downtown,
yeah.
and come on out and see what we have going on. And look at like I said, I'm not sure what the Main Street Choose Main Street holiday kit will look like, but I'm sure it'll be great.
Absolutely.
So, and if you want some time to walk around and do a few things, Don James over here at Ancients of Days just got a new shipment of all kinds of rocks. He's so knowledgeable. He had a whole table full of a bunch of rocks. I did put it on Facebook. They're all very interesting, and they all have names, and I don't know anything about them. But
that's
Don
what they do. They can explain all that.
Don is the rock man, so go and see him. And like I said, Degenerate Coffee.
Does he have a T-shirt that says that?
He does.
Good.
That is his tagline.
Yeah, the Rock Man. Yeah,
the Rock Man. Yeah. Yes. And of course, like I did say, Degenerate Coffee, they're having a special, a pumpkin spice honey latte.
Okay.
That sounds pretty good.
That sounds.
I mean,
and to be honest,
it looks great. Look at that. It looks really delicious.
I feel like that should be the official drink of singers before they go on, performing the honey latte. Loosen the voice.
Honey latte.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Bottle Cap to Benches program is still going on, you guys. We're still picking up bottle caps.
Yeah.
And as a matter of fact, a testament to that, we do have some benches downtown.
Some dedications coming up, yeah.
And this morning at 10 o'clock, the Assistance League will be dedicating a bench to Nally Construction at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
It'll be on 3rd and Main.
Okay.
Just right there on that corner.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what we're going to be doing this morning. So if you have time and you want to come out and join us, come join us. It'll be a short ceremony.
And if you've never seen the benches or know what we're talking about, then make that an opportunity to see. It's a really cool deal with the bottle caps. They collect those, and for ever so many pounds, 200 some pounds, I don't remember the number. Basically, you trade it in and get a bench.
That's
right.
And
these benches are made out of the recycled material that they collect from the bottle caps. But the cool part is not only is it, I mean, it's all cool, but it's a double win for everybody because it's the green, the recycle, bringing, reusing, reducing, recycling. It checks all those boxes, but it's actually a more efficient product where it's a durable bench that is more resistant to the graffiti and the wear and tear that weather can do on.
And even graffiti, because if something, because they're solid.
Yeah.
So if somebody does something, the city helps us with this.
Yeah, you can sand it right off.
They sand it right off. And they come in different colors. We've chosen gray for the whole downtown.
Okay.
But you can get green ones, red ones, yellow ones, and you might see them out at the all-inclusive park.
Yeah.
Because they bought about 2 or 3 benches out there. So I think they have a yellow one, a red one, and a blue one.
Yeah.
So it just depends on if you want to color.
You can kind of customize it for your own.
You can kind of customize it for yourself.
Yeah.
We will be having some out at the Cultural Plaza. When it opens up, it'll have benches out there.
Yeah.
As well.
And I know, so if you do collect the bottle caps, I know if you go by the Roswell Chamber, you can go to there. I don't know if you can go there. The Roswell Chamber of Commerce, right before you go into the front door, they got a drop off there for your bottle caps and things like that there.
Sure.
I know there's a couple other places. That's just the one I know right off the top of my head here.
Sure.
You can, and so if you want to, collect those, I know people come by all the time with their little sacks of bottle caps and what have you.
And just so you know, on the 4th floor where I live, on the 4th floor, I have a box outside my door. So if you're anywhere in this building,
you can get on in, come on up.
The JP White building, just come up to the 4th floor, drop them in that box. A lot of people are dropping them off. I have bags of them in there already, so thank you.
And if you come by the radio station, you had to be here as a guest or whatever,
just bring
them with you, and I'll bring them up to Barbara.
Just give me a call, and I can run down and come get them. But anyway, that's all I got this morning.
Yeah, you got to go get ready for
I got to go get ready
bench
for
dedication.
So thank you.
If you want to see Barbara in person, come meet her over at 3rd and Main here in about 10-15 minutes.
That's right. All right. See you guys later.
Thank you very much. Again, if you have any questions about anything, mainstreetroswell.org. You can find a lot of the information at the website. Don't forget Main Street Roswell's on Facebook and Instagram. I forget which.
We do have an Instagram as well.
So you can find information there too. And of course, call. What's the number for the office here?
You can call 575-914-8017.
Very good.
And we are still taking applications for vendors for the holiday market.
Yes, please.
So if you're a vendor and you want to do something, it's a very inexpensive event. It doesn't cost very much to be there.
Yeah.
So let's make it a fun place to be for that weekend.
Absolutely. And any questions about anything or want to get more involved or any of that stuff or seeking out, board or that kind of stuff on that side of Main Street, please don't hesitate to reach out to Barbara. She'd love to hear from you.
Yep. So thank you.
All right. Go
Have
get
a
ready
great
for a
weekend.
bench dedication.
All right.
It is 9:47. Let's go ahead and pause for news, your Sean Hannity update, Dallas Cowboys report. Of course, tragic day in Dallas Cowboys. Well, all the NFL, but hearing about the second-round pick, oh, man, it's really sad to hear that kind of stuff. But anyway, I imagine they'll talk a little bit about it in the Cowboys report here. And then quick break, and then we'll wrap up the show. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With your Pecos Valley news update, I'm Jared Cirillo. Hot air balloons, live music, stand-up comedy, inflatable races, and lots more going on. This weekend's schedule absolutely packed in Artesia. Tonight's entertainment includes stand-up comedy inside the OPAC and Bulldogs on Review at Estelle Yates Auditorium. Then Saturday, the hot air balloon launch at Eagle Draw Park, but you got to get up early and be there by 6 a.m. Inflatable bouncy houses will also be there. The oil patch market runs from 1 to 4, and there will also be evening hot air balloons on Saturday. Roswell police have arrested a man claiming he drunkenly fired off gunshots in the 1500 block of West 3rd Street on Thursday. A woman had fled to a neighbor's home claiming 44-year-old Michael Lorenka had assaulted her. As police arrived, Lorenka refused to come out of the house, but he was eventually arrested for aggravated assault on a household member. You're up to date. I'm Jared Cirillo.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
You know, if you want to know what the outlier in Virginia was, the outlier was when Glenn Youngkin actually won 4 years ago by 2 points, but it was almost a perfect political storm with the perfect candidate. He is a great, great campaigner and a great candidate, but he doesn't have coattails in a state like Virginia, Commonwealth of Virginia, which, you know, Northern Virginia is solidly dark blue because all the bureaucrats in D.C. have moved there. So there was no surprises last night. The only thing that was a surprise was that, you know, polls showed that, you know, things might be tighter than they would be in New Jersey, and I had hoped.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
We are seeing something really disturbing. Anti-Semitism on the rise. College campuses, halls of Congress, punditry world, around the world. Sadly, right here in America, you know, Jewish schools are being targeted. Synagogues threatened. It was a tourist in Midtown Manhattan beaten and attacked in broad daylight. Why? Because he was Jewish. Okay, never again is right now. And I don't know what part of hundreds of thousands of missiles fired into Israel. Israelis murdered on October 7th. Murder, kidnapping, torture, rape, beheading that some people don't understand. What would you want Americans to do? What would you expect your government to do if we were attacked this way? The International Fellowship of Christians and Jews, they're on the front lines. They're providing all the humanitarian assistance to Jewish families under threat, and they're helping people rebuild their lives. Your gift, whatever you can give, and your support is life-saving work. Please donate generously. 888-488-IFCJ, 888-488-IFCJ, or ifcj.org.
With your Cowboys Report, I'm Christy Scales. All of us in the Cowboys organization have heavy hearts over the passing of Marshawn Nealand. More on the defensive end who is popular with teammates and staff right after this.
Whether you're buying a home, looking for a partner to take care of your HR and payroll needs, or giving your employees the benefits they deserve, SWBC is here to help. From personalized home loans to a team of experts to help grow your business, SWBC is your partner. For your family, for your business, for your wins. Forward together. Visit SWBC.com to learn more.
SWBC Mortgage Corporation, NMLS number 9741, an equal housing lender.
Cowboys Nation is big because everything's bigger in Texas. And Reliant has the energy to power it all. From home field advantage to home sweet home, Reliant has Dallas Cowboys fans all across the Lone Star State covered for every electric moment this season and beyond. Reliant, proud to be the official energy provider of your Dallas Cowboys.
Reliant, PUCT number 10007.
Honestly, it doesn't feel like it was just 4 nights ago that Cowboys defensive end Marshawn Kneeland, last year's second-round pick from Western Michigan, scored his first NFL touchdown when he recovered a blocked punt in the end zone against the Cardinals on Monday Night Football. So imagine the shock that went through everyone here at the Star yesterday when news broke in the morning that he had passed away from a self-inflicted gunshot wound in the overnight hours into Thursday morning. Word spread quickly, and the response was grief and disbelief. Coaches are here at work, but players are away because this is the team's bye week. Linebacker DeMarvion Overshown's reaction to the tragic news was one word, but sums up what we're all feeling: shattered. He was just 24 years old. With your Cowboys report and with a heavy heart, I'm Christy Scales.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. We have a little bit of a cool down on the way by Sunday. Pretty mild today, mid to upper 70s and sunny. Overnight looks clear, low to mid 40s, and then upper 70s and low 80s, breezy and sunny on Saturday. Quick cold front moving in on Saturday night. No rain with that, but it will cool us off for Sunday. We'll be getting sunshine, highs around 60. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton, and that's your latest forecast.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. The unemployment rate is low and the economy is still growing, but those out of work face the slowest pace of hiring in more than a decade. While big corporate layoff announcements typically grab the headlines, it has been the unwillingness of many companies to add workers that's created a more painful job market than the low 4.3% unemployment rate would suggest. China reports exports contracted 1.1% last month as shipments to the United States dropped by 25% from a year earlier. But economists expect Chinese exports to recover after Presidents Trump and Xi agreed last week to de-escalate the trade war between the two largest economies. Honda reports a 37% drop in profits in the first fiscal half through September. The impact of tariffs and unfavorable currency rates offset strong motorcycle sales. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Have you ever been to an escape room? Generally, there's a set of clues that you have to follow to find the prize to get out of the room. It's a mystery that has to be solved. Many things are learned along the way, but in the very best versions, you don't know the answer to the mystery until you find all the clues and find the prize. The Apostle Paul writes to the young Christians in Colossae about a mystery. What's great about this mystery is that you don't have to wait until the end of the story to know the answer. The Israelites were given hints or shadows of the mystery, but they didn't know the full story. Paul reminds them that the answer to the mystery is Christ in them. When Jesus came to this earth and died on the cross for our sins and rose 3 days later, he made known the mystery that has been taught from the beginning of time. Do you feel like you're missing something in your life and you don't know about this great mystery of Christ? Then we encourage you to join us and learn what's missing.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
I am Amanda Michon. I am the lead singer of a local band in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I think that a lot of artists, musicians, performers alike tend to not have health insurance. We think that because we don't have a 9-to-5 job, we aren't eligible. But Be Well helps connect you with health insurance that is accessible to us. I thought that insurance was just going to be my physical health, but Be Well also offers mental health care. And taking care of your mental health is just as important as taking care of your physical health. Go online to BeWellNM.com. What's the best that can happen?
What does it mean for a roofing contractor to have heart? How about braving a 24-hour road trip with a bad back and a 20-foot-long trailer through Interstate 40? You heard that right. A local business needed a new roof, but this business did not want just any roof. They desired a schoolhouse roof with red shingles. Well, we wanted to give our customers exactly what they were asking for. The only problem was that the red color of shingle they were looking for had been discontinued in our local region. But we didn't give up then. We were told by our supplier that the schoolhouse red color of shingle that we were looking for was still available in Arkansas. So we did what was expected of us and drove 24 hours, and we delivered on our promise. If you need a roofer who delivers on their promises, call Trustmark Roofing today at 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Picture this. You're behind the wheel of a John Deere compact tractor. You're effortlessly breaking ground, moving piles of rocks just by moving a lever, and enjoying the sun as you clear brush across your pasture. We could keep trying to put you in the moment, but to really understand what this feels like, you just have to get in the seat.
Stop by Pecos Valley Equipment in Artesia and Roswell, or visit us online at pecosvalleyequipment.com.
Playing dance music can help ward off mosquitoes. Now you have a reason to invite Pitbull to your next pool party. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning, 9:57. Got a few minutes here before we wrap up today's show. If you missed any part of our show, you can always log in anytime at your leisure. Just log on to ksvptv.com. Click on the Mornings with Mike Winters channels, and you'll find all of our interviews there. You'll find the show in its entirety. And then when you click on the show, you'll see a little drop that has the different shows, the different interviews during that day's show. Today we had James Edwards join us, talk about several different Veterans Day events happening Roswell High, ENMUR, at and a couple other places as well too. And then we had a great interview with Carol Wynn with the New Mexico State Police in the 8 o'clock hour, talking about job opportunities, career opportunities with the New Mexico State Police. And then, of course, just a few minutes ago, Barbara Gomez with Main Street Roswell joined us to talk all about upcoming events and things through Main Street.
Indeed.
All there.
New season of Stranger Things debuts November 26th.
Okay. I knew that they were coming soon.
They're breaking it up into 3 parts. I just bring it up because I just saw this meme. It made me laugh. It says Stranger Things Kids Then versus Now. And it just shows 4 of them. Starting off with 11, who now is Eminem. I can't think of the name of the kid who actually gets taken to the underground. He's the guy from There Will Be Blood. The black kid is Morgan Freeman, and Gaten Matarazzo's character is Jack Black from Nacho Libre. And I'm not gonna lie, it's all pretty spot on. The one kid parts his hair on the other side. That's really the only difference.
That's what happens to have shows like this. It's like Sopranos. Right? By the end, it's like, those kids are 50.
Yeah. Got to get it out quick.
Yeah. Don't forget, we will have Gotta Rocket playoff football right here on the radio on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM, 1 o'clock tomorrow, as they host they are the 5 seed Goddard. They'll host the 12 seed Deming tomorrow. Radio broadcast, audio only broadcast for us. You have to go to NFHS and pay theirs to watch video of the game.
Right.
But we will have it on the radio and audio on our video.
And coming out to the Wool Bowl if you can make it.
And be there at the Wool Bowl. Absolutely. Okay. All right. That's going to do it for us. Have an amazing weekend. Take care of each other.
And each other.
There you go. Goodbye, everybody.
Clyde Lewis and Ground Zero is now in